boom, boom, boom. There we go. Hello, everyone. Making sure that YouTube is up and running first, but it looks like I'm having some issues with audio at the moment. Normally, oh wait, hold on. I think I figured it out. Yep, I'm silly. Yep, I've just done a silly thing. I bet you that was the problem. Hold on, maybe? Maybe? Maybe not? Let's find out. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, Nightbot's up and running on YouTube. That's fine. That's totally fine by me. Let me boot up YouTube, make sure that that's working. At least one thing will be coming through. Because according to this, we are playing music, but it's not playing music. I am late on Twitch. I want to make sure YouTube's working fine, though, before I move over to Twitch. We're live right now. That's ads. Ah, Okay, we're back. I was muted. My bad. Aren't I? Now I'm back. Oh my gosh. I've been muted when I thought I was unmuted and vice versa. I'm running into some issues on the jukebox. The jukebox is freaking out for no reason. So give me a second to restart them, but it's fine because we have time. I will also say, hello, AWAS. I will also say that we collectively forgot that today is a holiday, and normally we have a, hey, this is what we're going to do on said holiday. Ugh, my Discord is messed up, and I don't like it, and I don't know why. Everything is weird. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's happening. Eh. Eh. Oh, I think the jukebox was trying to update. God dang it, you just updated. There's no point. Why have you done this? Oh, where is the stand for my phone? Oh, that's problematic. The stand for my phone is gone. So that's the reason why I'm like, oh, it's problematic that I have to reset the jukebox is because I picked a lot of music, different music for today's stream, so I gotta go find them all again. I had them all open and ready to go. But oh well, I guess that's how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Okay, it's okay. Everything's fine. We don't have to worry too much. Because it's easy. We can fix the things. We can always fix it. There's always time to fix it. That was the jukebox joining the chat. Come on, French music. Help me out here. I say French music because the name of this song is Je suis un message. I'm going to assume I pronounced that wrong. Ah, jukebox is finally back. Let's go. Perfect. 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 That's what I wanted. Okay. So now I have to go pop all these songs back in to their proper order so that I can actually play them when the time comes. Boop. Beep boop. Yep. Just apologies. How has everyone's Labor Day weekend been? I hope you are all having a great time. I hope you had some time with family and friends and loved ones, and hopefully everybody else is off today, so you're just having fun. You know, celebrating the hard work that so many people have put in already. Amongst many, many, many other things. Je suis un message. I love that Discord is like, you're not transmitting any sound. Yes, I am. I assure you that I am. I would also like to say huge thank you to anyone who came out to the stream on Friday, the thank you stream, because like so many things went wrong and you guys stuck it out anyway, and I want to be here to help as many of you with your D&D and or TTRPG journeys as possible. Like, thank you. I those are the streams, honestly, that I'm most upset about getting like interrupted or broken, because they're here for y'all. And it sucks when I'm trying to say thank you to y'all and just like the tech is not cooperating. It's just not happening. But that's on me, and I apologize. Things aren't perfect, but that's just the way life be sometimes. Imagine all the people. If there was no technical difficulties, imagine all those people, man. Imagine how easy life would be. Thanks. It makes me feel better. It really does. Because that stream was awful. And then at one point, when I finally got all of the technical difficulties worked out and people were in the chat and wanted to talk, I muted myself because my sister called my mom to ask me what I was doing. And then my mom came in and I was like, yo, I'm streaming. And my mom goes, that's fine, and just wouldn't leave. And I was like, oh, fantastic. That's, thank you for this. Love that. Love that. Thank you. So helpful. Love it. Love it. But in any case, we're here. It's a new week. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, that's annoying. That's very, very, very annoying. Yeah, pop that up. Thank you. It's moving all the windows. I'm just trying my best to reopen all the things in order so that I can just pop them up when need be. Because today on DM Roundtable, y'all voted for maps. I won't lie to you. A bunch of people were like, "Oh, I wish you weren't muted for that. Like, those are the clips you need to save." And I was like, "Bro, I have a whole vlog series about my family just being themselves. Unlike, I don't need to film it all the time, though I do feel like I could, when I'm much, much older, make a TV show out of them, a la Fresh Off the Boat, except that I'm not Asian." Because people would watch my family being absolutely batshit insane. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure. And I wouldn't blame them if they did. Okay, now all the folders should be good and ready to go. Okay, woo. Okay, we're caught up. We're caught up. We're caught up. It's fine. Everything's good. We don't have to worry. You'll be the next one. Good. Perfect. Awesome. Amazing. True. True. Poorly, but true. Okay. Now everything's good to go and ready. And I feel confident in my abilities. Again. Once again. Cool. But today, I'm not sure how many other DMs are going to show up. DM Shim is DM Shim. Why do I keep saying DM Shim like he's Korean? What is wrong with me? DM Shin is unavailable tonight because he just moved into his new place and all of his computers are still in boxes, so he can't really get on a computer. DM Lacara should be on soon. I believe DM Speedy is sick again. DM Clubs/VF might join. Not 100% sure. And I have no idea about Dungeon Mommy. But we're going to have a good stream. I was considering being like, you could just get on, but I know that like he's trying to cultivate a professional outlook right now. So I feel him. I feel him. He doesn't want to do it where he can't like control more variables. Cause phone Discord is real mean sometimes. I feel that though. Anyway, y'all voted for this. This is maps, and I was trying to figure out how many maps we usually get through in one go. So I don't have very many solitary maps without like a group to go with that would be useful, so instead I just picked a map pack. This is 12 peculiar maps, excuse me, by Kobold Press. You know them, you love them, but excuse me, as you can see from these, oh my god, I'm so gassy. Excuse me. As you can see from them, I'm sorry, Fist. Well, I'm gonna let you guys in on something. Since y'all are here, we have something very special next week and the week after. We're going to have as a guest star the creator of a diceless TTRPG called Enclave. And he's going to run us through character creation next week. And then the week after, he's going to run a session for us here on DM Roundtable. So we will do the vote, but it won't be for next week at the end of this. It will be for 3 weeks from now. But yeah, we're doing it. But these are very, very... When they said peculiar maps, I was thinking like where you're at is weird. But the way that these maps are arranged is actually what's weird. Because, as you can see from this full big one, it's different levels of the same map. And at first I was like, why would you lay them out like this? But if you are playing this on a virtual tabletop, this means you can have players and creatures on each floor of the same map simultaneously, all loaded in at once, which is actually super cool. I've never seen maps built this way. And there's also some other weird things that we will get into later. You can actually get these both. I just have the straight JPEGs, the images of it, but you can also get these VTT ready, which means that they have dynamic lighting if your virtual tabletop supports it. So like if you're on Roll20, it will, like if your character happens to be standing somewhere over here and you want them to be able to see behind here, it'll probably be blacked out and they can't until they move around and actually see, like move their character physically enough that they could see, which is kind of cool because otherwise you have to do that yourself. And it could get kind of annoying because you have to designate like where the walls are and stuff like that. This just means next time you're gonna get off, you'll have to the week before to put in a vote for what you wanna see. I believe the second place vote was for subclasses, so I have a strong feeling subclasses is gonna win at the end of this vote. That's for later to decide. We got time. We got a whole stream to go through. Oh, well, I usually give DM Lacara until 15, but I'm gonna start. The very first map in here is known as Bloodstone Tower. Bum, bum, bum. So let's pop on some new music. I just used this song. I don't know if it was for my campaign or not, but I just used this song. I'm okay with that. This is Bloodstone Tower. So again, super cool that I didn't realize you could even build a map this way, that everyone could be on different floors. But let's see, how far can we actually zoom? It still looks pretty good. This particular one, you know something bad is going to happen because right when you somehow walk inside. Okay, I'm actually thinking now, I think you're supposed to start at the bottom because this is where the doors are. But the doors seem so much scarier. Like, this area just seems like the blood collector. Like, I don't know how you get in. I mean, I guess you could come in through the chimney. There's no door here. This is just like a torture room, but on the roof? But the treasure's up here? So being that the treasure's up there, I feel like that's not the room you start in. You know what I mean? Like, you don't start getting the treasure. Or do you? I do like treasure. But I also just like that they kept the skeletons here. Like, they're already decomposed. This room must... Well, actually, if they put the skeletons in there for aesthetic purposes before people were, like, dead, they might not smell. But if they decomposed it here, it gonna be stinky. So stinky. And that's... I don't know about that. I don't know if I would do that. I like a clean evil science layer. You know what I mean? I almost brought up a wrestling photo on the main screen. Whoops. Nope. But I also like that, like, this is the torture trophy room, and then you go down one floor, and there's just, like, a sofa and a chair and a meeting table in front of the fireplace. Like, you're just in front of the chimney. You're like, yeah, it's time for me to take a rest here in Bloodstone Tower. I'm just gonna take a nap in here. It's fine. I feel like these two have to be semi-main floors because this staircase is hidden. Like, it's in the wall. You can come down here to the meeting room, but you gotta go through treasure death room 1, number 1. Again, maybe you are supposed to start at the bottom, and like the secret areas are the semi-normal floor, and and the death treasure room. But like, hey, it's your world. You can tell your players wherever they end up. Maybe you come through the chimney. Maybe you Santa Claus this shit. You just like spunk, and you end up in here. Who knows? I just like how cozy this floor is. In the middle of like death and destruction land, there's just a cozy floor for no reason. Ooh, you know what I didn't check? Hold on. Oh, yep. I just realized that. Twitch still says this is the monthly. Hold on. Let me fix some stuff. Twitch still says that this is the monthly stream. That is not quite correct. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. No. Oh, I can finally see the things. Cool, but it's not what I want. I gotta change this. I don't know how to do that. That's pretty funny, actually. That, like, on Twitch, I can't change the information. Give me a second. I will fix this. Okay, so I was almost already. Almost. It's gonna play somebody else's video if I don't get in here fast. Here you go. Oh, good. We're muted. Fantastic. Oopsie doodle. This one's on me. I messed up again. We're not just chatting. There you go. My B. Let's fix this. There we go. I'm going to leave some of this and some of that. Battle maps. Boom. And boom. Done. Good. All right. Now it's correct. You have siblings that don't like to go away? I know how that feels. I know how that feels so hard. I know how that feels so hard. I'm with you. 100% I'm with you. Okay, now it should be correct. Let me just make sure. I don't know if it changes midstream or not, but I did technically change it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reload the Twitch app and see if it changed. No, it's still stuck as just chatting. I'd have to end it and start it again. I'm not gonna do it. Only in 1080. Only 1080. Do you think we have the money here for 4K? Actually, I mean, it's a picture tonight. I could probably run it in 4K, but I'd have to change all my settings. That's not gonna happen anytime soon, really. Yes. But you could run a speakeasy in here. You could have special wine that's made out of people's blood. I see. I thought you wanted more. You wanted less. Yes. Oof. But if you do come through the comfy room, through the hidden stairs in the floor, you end up in Murder Floor 1. Okay. Let me ask y'all this. Are these... Okay, they look like trash cans. I'm going to assume they're not trash cans. I'm going to assume they're like cans of blood. But like those radioactive waste barrels, but full of blood based on everything else that's here. A little weird that they have all these coffins here as if you're sending people here to get I almost said de-blooded. De-blooded. No, not de-blooded. Oh God, to get people. What is the word? What is the word? Exsanguinated. Thank you. And like, if you're dead, probably somebody already took all the blood out. Well, if you're in like Fantasyland, maybe they didn't embalm it that way, but like most of your blood is gone by the time you're embalmed. Weird that they have the coffins and stuff. Barrels of loot. Oh, is this the House of Fantasy Diddy? Oh no. I like nuclear zombies though. There's one Iron Maiden over here. I could understand putting someone in the Iron Maiden if you wanted to bleed them out. However, I just feel like this is a very inefficient method of capturing the blood. Like, just like stabbing them a whole bunch in the center of the room, or pouring these barrels of blood into the drain and hoping it hits the receptacle here, because like clearly you can see they missed. They lost so much blood. There is a crazy amount of things. I feel you. I feel you. You're correct. You're correct. It could be a vampire house where they're just collecting it, and it looks like they're doing something to it, like they're treating the blood through these. I don't know enough about centrifuges and stuff that they use in hospitals and stuff to clear blood. I'm pretty sure back in the day it would just be like a whole barrel of leeches and they just put them on you and then pop the leeches or something. But this is a weird little blood treatment plant. And then there's just a bunch of corpses in here. Like, why? In the doorway? Is that just how they get in or out? So again, the doorway is down here, which leads me to believe this is the opening. But why would you need like secret staircases to get to the fun, nice parts? Or is it like, do you think that this secret staircase is more of a employees only type deal? And that's why, like, people who come in, they just see that they're exsanguinating people? Ooh. You've got me. It's probably going to smell like copper in here. Yes, this is the first of our 12 peculiar maps. Again, okay, so all of the maps are like this, where there's no actual key. And sure, people have been not keying maps for a really, 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 really long time. But it is super important to key your maps in some way, shape, or form. Oh, my microphone volume is down. No wonder. I'm looking at the levels. I'm like, that's not right. But, like, it's super important to key your maps because I don't know where the entrance actually is. Like, there's a doorway here, but it's full of bodies. I'm going to assume this isn't the main entrance. That's very unsanitary. Obviously, this entire place is very unsanitary, but like, I would think you would come in either here or here, especially if there's a hidden staircase. I just love that it's the middle floor. Ooh, I just love that it's one of the middle floors. That is nice. Oh, you know what I forgot to do because I'm a jerk? Hold on. I think that's for you to decide. Who knows? Nothing's keyed. ¿Por qué no los dos? I forgot to do this. If you're on YouTube, you can drop the description of this very video and click the link to head over to Kobold Press's page for this. If you're on Twitch, I'm going to post this link right here. I'm doing everything out of order because I'm so out of it. And I apologize wholeheartedly, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for me being me. This is 100% on me. I'm sorry. But you can head on over to Kobold Press to pick up this map pack if you like it. Also, if you want to talk individual maps, come to the Discord. Actually, someone shared another book in the Discord earlier today, too. So feel free to come into our Discord and talk shop and trade supplements if you want to. Always support the creators when you can, though. If you're in either chat watching this, you can hit !Discord, and it will send you a link to the Economy Courier Discord. Just come on over to Tabletop Tabletop, and we'll talk shop. Maybe your shop is blood. Maybe you just buy and sell blood. I don't know. That's up to you. You take that up with your employers. Okay? Okay. Or maybe you are your employer. You take that up with your employees, whichever ones are still alive. But ooh. I think I actually don't know who has this role, but Grimjack designated a role. Game Masters Union, I think is what it's called. Let me see. That's a good... Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. See, this is why we like to call you our QA. Who's in here? Who's in Game Masters Union? Oh, interesting. I'm gonna put DM Shin. What? In here. I know. Stop that. Shin, you can be in here. Give him that role. DM Lacara isn't in the Discord, so I can't give it to her. But it will ping me and DM Bacon. I'll put Dungeon Mommy on this roll. Oops, nope. We have so much power here, that's why. Their power is uncontrollable! So it's DM Bacon, DM Shin, Dungeon Mommy, DM Clubs. JB will get pinged. I don't actually think he plays TTRPG at all anymore. Why did I say it like TTRPG was one thing? I meant to say, I don't think he plays TTRPGs at all anymore. He's in there. And me! I'm trying to think who else should be pinged by this. Not sure. But there's Game Masters Union. That's a good name. Wait. Can I gigantify a hug? Is there a hug? Oh, there's just... Well, I mean, technically... Oh. The weird one... This is apparently virtual hug? Why can't I just have somebody hugging? That's... Okay, Twitch. I don't... Alright, whatever, Twitch. But... let me just make sure that this is actually... Yep, I think it's correct. I think so? Hold on. Audio only. The power! Okay, we gotta change the music up. Because we're going into the Court of the Lunar Night. See, this is another time where you should really be keying your maps, because I have no clue what leads to what on this map. And, like, that could have very easily been fixed. Because there are 3 things here, right? there's 3 things here, and like I don't even know where this takes place. There's 3 like this is if your characters are going into a say a they got to do like a temples thing. They got to interact with a bunch of temples. Clearly, this is the one. But then there's also this, and I'm assuming these staircases lead somewhere. Like, they're all different shapes. You really gotta key your maps, people. Please. That's 100% what I thought originally. I was like, yo, these are the temples. But, like, I don't know where they are. Because none of this really makes sense. Like, this one matches this one. But if you're top down, there's no building on top of it. So very confusing. But this staircase matches this staircase. But it also matches this staircase. So are they like one on top of the other? Nobody knows. Just nobody knows. This one matches this one. So are you inside a house? Please. Ooh, you're right. You're right. Please, I'm begging you, key your maps. And the reason I'm saying this is because the most recent WotC books that came out don't have keyed maps. But they have paragraph descriptions of what happens in the room. Except it'll be like 8 in this room. There's skeletons. And you'll be like, which room is 8? Why have you done this? So please, I'm begging everyone, key your maps. I understand the idea that, oh, hey, you're giving the... Really? Did you read, what is it, Dragon Delves? I was considering grabbing Dragon Delves. I was considering it. I do keep seeing the meme everywhere of like, it's the white dragon, and it's like, white dragon, dumb. And it's the Drake looking away. And then it's actually white dragon, just polar bear with wings. And then Drake being like, yeah, that's the one. I keep seeing that everywhere. So I'm assuming people just realized that white dragons are not very smart. That's fine. Ah, got you. I don't have any of the 2024 books, and honestly, I'm okay with it. I told my players, like, yo, if you really want to get into 2024 rules and what have you, one of you can buy the book, and I'll run you through it. We'll update some stuff. But otherwise, I ain't doing it. So yeah, these are very Zelda-y maps, but there's no key, so I don't know where anything is. But I figure we're going to leave the temples at the top. Yes, 100%. They're pure, like, feral instinct. And listen, do you really need much more of that? Like, much more than that? No, you don't. You really don't. I would love to run my players through a hedge maze as well. I just... Agreed. Oh, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. One... That... Whoop. 1,000%. Oh, what's happening here? Can I send my... There we go. There we go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But yeah, I would love to run my players through a hedge maze or any real maze with cool stuff in it. These little spokes, I feel like my players would be like, wow, why can't I walk through that though? And find some way to break them down, which I mean, I guess. But there's so much In this one little hedge maze, there is so much personality. I just wish I knew where everything led. Like, is this supposed to be you come down the stairs in the thing and then you're here, or you go up I don't know. You need to key your maps. People need to know where you're coming and going from. Please. I don't know if you have. Ooh. Oh, I think you have. Grimjack just shared with me a map book. Excuse me. By this one guy that he kickstarts stuff from all time. And it has like it's a physical book, but it has like his JPEG map on one page, and then the other page is like, name this map. Give this map characteristics. And I'm like, I mean, okay. It's weird though that this is in a physical book. Then it's just a picture that's very small on the page that I can't actually use in game. But okay, I see. I can understand that. Yeah, there's so much personality down here in this hedge maze. I would love to run some players through this hedge maze. Put some obstacles here and there. I feel like this yin-yang pool is like a teleporter for some reason. I don't know why. That's just what I would go with. There are a lot of pools. Maybe there's like a water weird or something that travels between the pools and you have to chase them. You could make it like the legendary dogs, where you have to like map out their pathway because they teleport as you teleport, so you have to cut them off somewhere. I would do that down here. These rows, I don't know why there's so many like soldiers in here. They're clearly supposed to be statues, but like, you know they're going to come alive. At least one of them has to come alive and scare the absolute shit out of your players. It's not fair if they don't. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It looks like an ice coffin. I don't get no keys. You got to key your maps, y'all. Yes. Gold, silver, crystal. Let's go. And then we come up here. Again, I don't know where or what these are for. They're just here. Originally, I was assuming that each one of these buildings was one of these three, but the shapes are all wrong. This one comes close, but the shapes are all wrong. So, like, what is this for? And what about these little areas? What are you guys doing? Why are they here? I 100% love... Oh, let me just throw some stuff on there. I'd love for people to get out there and do this thing. And... But like, I don't want to be confused about it. You know what I mean? Like, please, I'm begging you, key your maps. I'm begging you. Anyway, the temples, though. This one almost doesn't seem like a temple. This left one seems like you come up the stairs and you're in like a trophy room, or like a main important character's like study or something. It's what you come up the stairs into. And then through these double doors is like their patio area, their outside balcony where they're like overlooking the closest town, the town that they're running. And I'm thinking that this person has very much Lex Luthor vibes. What's up, Awaz? Is YouTube like less bandwidth heavy than Twitch? I honestly have no idea, so. Yes! On each of these pillars is like a different species of skull. I love that. Because I'm thinking you come through these doors and he's just like, bad guy's just like surveying the city. But when you come out the door, you see he's got like a minion that's failed him by the throat. And as you open the door, he just like throws this guy off the building. Just, woof. Just gone. And now you're like, oh shit. Maybe he was a really nice guy up until this very point. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, was I killing you with the chat stuff? I just like to hit the buttons because it's free. I like free. What's happening? Oh. Wait, what? Do you recognize this area? Because I don't. They kind of look like gym badges, though. For sure, they look like gym badges. Yes! He's sitting behind his desk just watching. Ah, gotcha. I love this. And if you damage it, you're going off the building. I've waited 2,000 years. Oh, no. This desk has been here for so many years. My legacy will live on for just as long, but yours won't. And he just throws you off the building. You gotta watch them fall like Geese Howard. Oh! And then this one clearly is the water temple because it has a water temple in here. Because it has this pool. Again, I'm going with water weird. You can put a water elemental, whatever you so wish to put in here. But clearly, this area, this could even be a weird little spa. This is where all the bad guy leaders gather together and they sit in this, this hot tub together. That's how I make Grimjack the most uncomfortable he's ever been. They come down the stairs to this underground hot spring spa, and you could hear voices, and you slowly walk forward. There's like lower ranked men on the sides, in the back sitting around, and then there's just 4 naked old guys sitting in this pool having a chat. Oh! It'll be fantastic. Fantastic. I was about to say, where is he? He should be off today, but I'm sure he's working because it's a holiday. That just seems like who he is as a person at this point. And then, like... Oh. Okay, I could see that. Yes, it's held up by magic just to confuse people. I like this. Because, like, this one shows that these are supposed to be buildings that you can go into and you can take the staircase. But this staircase doesn't... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Doesn't match any of the staircases in here. But, no, I love the idea that they're all stacked one on top of the other, but they're coming out at different angles. Like, only the bridge section of these two is touching, and the rest of the building is facing a different direction. And yes, leader hangs out in each one of them. That would be so sick. So sick. I love that. That's great, Awas. That's a great idea. All right, this one. I get that these little nubs are supposed to be pillars. I have no clue what these triangles are supposed to be. I get that this is a throne, though. What? Are they like little... Are they archery targets? Are they little meeples? Like, I don't... People, you have to key your maps. You have to key your maps unless it's wildly obvious, okay? Okay? You gotta do this for us. You gotta do this for us. Honestly, though, this particular area makes me think of the main bases that each team has in Predecessor. Like when you get home and there's all those tiered staircases, and you gotta fly up there to fight the Titan. This is giving me predecessor vibes. The shape, though, I cannot figure out. At first, I was like, is this like an Uchiha fan with like an extra tuft on the top? King seat, queen seat, baby seat. Honestly, I like that. I like that a lot. I also just like the idea of a baby sitting at like the royal dais. Like, oh yeah, like Xeno has. You're right. Like, the idea of a baby sitting at the royal dais with like a rattle and him being like, and shaking the rattle, and everyone being like, oh my god, what does our lord want? Fantastic. White, oh my god. Oh yeah. But yeah, this is the court of the Lunar Knight. So, like, I can't even... None of these are, like, phases of the moon either, which is confusing to me. Like, I guess you could do half and then crescent, but then what the f*** is this? What is this? What is this? This one is so weird. But that was Court of the Lunar Moth. Besides giving extreme Zelda feels and just being very confusing, that's what I'm thinking. Hello!
Hey! Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. Oh, okay. So you know what I can do? Now that I'm thinking about it. I can do this! And again, like I said, if y'all want to talk individual maps at any point, just come into the Discord, because these are JPEGs.
Ooh, maps. I forgot we were doing maps.
These are JPEGs. I'm like, wait, I could just send all the JPEGs to your chat too. Haha. However, none of these maps are keyed, and they are incredibly confusing.
Oh, fun. Oh, I love it when we get to shred something. Okay, is this all supposed to be this page I'm looking at, the Court of the Lunar Knight? Is this all supposed to be the same thing?
We have no idea. Awaz was like, hear me out. Put all the staircases on top of one another on the top parts, and it's just a big asymmetrical building. Like every floor is a different plane. And I was like, that's what I'm wondering. Sick. And then the seats at the top, Awaz was like, king seat, queen seat, baby seat.
Oh, I love you, Awaz. Okay.
I want to run really people through the hedge maze. I don't know where anything in the hedge maze leads, but I want to run people through the hedge maze.
I mean, I imagine the... Okay, let me see the hedge maze first. I don't want to imagine anything too logical before I've taken a good gander at it. Okay, there's stairwells.
Some of the stairwells match, like the other parts, but I don't think they'd make sense logically where they are.
Oh, no. Okay, I think... Okay, no, but there's another chunk there. What the hell?
Right?
No,
okay,
no, I've got it.
Oh.
Okay, so you see the weird little blue pool in the bottom left of the hedge maze? I believe that is the middle tower level thing up.
Oh.
The one that doesn't have a stairwell, it has that pool. I think that's the pool.
Oh.
I think. I wonder if you line up... Yeah. So I think that's the same, and then there's the two other staircases that maybe go down. Maybe each one of those is like a dungeon room kind of thing that you have to clear.
Nobody knows. That's the beauty of it, because nobody keeps their maps.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm spitballing, God knows, but...
That's okay. This one makes less sense than the very first map in here.
Yeah.
The way that Kobold Press apparently is doing it for VTT is so that you can show people on multiple floors, like, of the same building. So, if that's the convention, I think AWAS has to be right that, like, the staircases, the buildings don't line up, and they're not supposed to. But I don't know. I have no idea what's happening in the 3 huts in the woods with a fence and a staircase in the middle of nowhere. I don't know.
I have no clue.
But the hedge maze is cool. And like you could use these buildings wherever you want. We were thinking for the first stone building thing, like this is where the big bad guy lives, and this is where you walk through the double doors and he throws people off the side, like by the bottom. He's just like, oh, you've served me well, and then he throws you off. And that's probably how you learn that you work for Lex Luthor or someone like that.
This is where you find out your whole life's been a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily you don't have to know it for very long.
Fist, what is the name of the dude who turns to stone and invincible? It's not Blockbuster, but it's something like that. This could be his penthouse. Oh, it's just Stone. God damn it, his name is just Stone. Son of a bitch. Oh, Titan? Okay, I feel better. If his name was just Stone, I was gonna feel real stupid.
Oh man. Alright, but I mean at least this, like, you can do what you want with it. If you want it to be a multi-layer dungeon, go for it. If you want, I mean, I'm thinking that like weird dark strip over on the right that goes into, I don't think that's a throne. I think that's like a path into a cave.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm guessing like you work your way down and then like the abomination comes out of the mouth of the cave. And that's like the end of the fight.
It's like in Elden Ring. Okay, so speculative lore wise, because nothing is ever explained in those games, because the guy who wrote them used to read English fantasy novels when he was a kid, but he's Japanese, so like he could only understand like maybe half of what was going on. So he writes all his stories as if you only can understand half of what's going on. And there's this thing in Elden Ring.
But totally disjoint lore.
Yeah, there's this thing in Elden Ring where like if you eat enough, if you commune with dragons enough, you basically become a dragon. But it's also just a thing in nature where if you eat enough of other things, you become like your own version of a dragon. And so every once in a while, you'll like walk through a cave and you'll hear snoring. And somewhere deep in the cave, there's just a big old bear that's snoring. Yeah. But like it's so big and so powerful that like magic radiates out of its chest, and it has like a dragon heart in it.
Wait, if you eat enough of like anything, you become a dragon?
It's supposed to be for humanoids. It seems like it's dragons, but I don't think bears are eating dragons. So we have no idea what they're eating to get big and buff dragon powers.
How does a person eat a dragon?
We don't ask those questions here. I think, technically you eat their heart, but like in game, the dragons are like dragon-sized. But when you eat a dragon's heart, it like fits in your hand, and I'm like, there's no way this teeny tiny person's hand is able to like palm a dragon heart.
Yeah, not unless it's like, you know, like worms and stuff that have like 4 of them strung out along its body.
This is Court of the Lunar Night. This is the gridded version. So for some reason...
Oh, so it's got it's got a name. Wait, zoom back out. Is there any theming whatsoever?
My original assumption... Shaq could, 100%. Shaq got some big-ass hands and some big-ass feet. I was thinking, like, what can... I was maybe the buildings are like phases of the moon, and I made this joke, like, why is the moon farting in the third one? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I see nothing here that looks even vaguely
and then
space themed or lunar or anything.
In like the center of the hedge maze ish, there's like a frozen coffin or something that also confuses me. Oh, I just realized the pools of water in the top left in the hedge maze. I was thinking they were a yin yang. No, they're just regular pools. There's just plants over them. Now I'm disappointed. I thought it was a yin yang.
No, that would have made sense.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That was Court of the Lunar Night.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a no grid. So for some strange reason, only like 3 maps in this pack have grid and no grid.
That makes me crazy.
Up. Again, key your maps, but also like just be consistent. If you're gonna have no grid, put all no grid. If you're gonna have grid, put all grid. Why only like 2 maps? Did you need to? I don't understand. Anyway, now we're coming to the Grimspire Ruins.
It's not by the same people, is it?
Yeah. Also not keyed. But so they do a thing here where, like, at first I was like, why would you put all the different floors of a map on the same image? And then I was like, oh, this is so you can show people on different pieces of the map at the same time, like without changing your VTT map. Everyone can be there. They just won't be able to see each other. And then they have some of these maps, which I wish they would do. If they did this on Court of the Lunar Night, it would have made a lot more sense. Some of the maps have like the actual buildings outside, like an outside view, so you can try to guess what it's supposed to look like. Not all of them have that either. But I thought that would be cool if they did that on all of them. Especially if you're not going to key them.
But also exceptionally confusing, as a large number of those floors are circular and that building does not appear to be circular.
You are 100% correct. I also don't know what... the way they're arranged, it's going bottom right, then bottom left, then top right, top left. Like a reverse manga.
Like the top left and bottom right have to be either the top or bottom each. Right?
Looks like the top left is the top. Oh. Yeah, the top left is the top and the bottom right is the bottom. Yeah. If you're coming in...
Wait, the bottom right is the bottom.
Yeah.
Because it's where the doors are.
Yep. And then...
Okay.
And then it goes to the left, and then it goes to the top right, and then it goes to... Like, what?
Yep.
Okay.
Why?
Interesting. Interesting choice, Kobold Press. I know people love your stuff. The maps so far, not really doing it for me.
Is there seriously no, like,
this is lunacy.
I'm so confused.
And then, like, the circular parts, I guess it has to go in order of it deteriorating? Is it two You're right. This tower is 100% square. So this has to be two different towers, I guess.
Or is that the basement?
Oh.
But how do you get into the basement when what's clearly the bottom floor only has one flight of stairs?
And I'm thinking the circular one goes top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Why is the convention not the same? This is like a Mad Libs of dungeon creation.
I mean, to be fair, the broken ones don't have to be either the top or the bottom.
True.
Like, you could have a floor that you kind of fall through, like if you've ever played, like, Mysterium. Not Mysterium. Oh, crap. House on the Hill. Like, sometimes you just fall through stuff.
Schwunk. You think it's a bunker too? I was thinking it was on the top, but no, maybe you guys are right. Maybe it's the bottom. Who knows? And then there's a symbol over here. I don't know what that means. Is that what the tower's
supposed to... It looks like a compass rose, but there's no instructions.
I'm guessing that's like the Grimspire.
What's the Grimspire?
This map's called Grimspire Ruins.
Oh.
That's a good question. In your own campaigns, you can figure it out.
I mean, maybe this is just built for like ultimate flexibility. Like maybe you climb a circular tower somewhere and then it teleports you and all of a sudden you're in the square tower or something.
Could be. Or you come in to the dilapidated first floor. There's like stuff in front of the door. You can see that somebody tried to, like, it seems like somebody tried to block the door with stuff. And then you go up to the next floor with the goo and like, oh, are there supposed to be spider eggs? I was thinking like weird mold. I'm gonna go.
I thought those were like bags of flour or something. That totally looks like spider eggs, though.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're in webs. I was thinking because it was dirty, but then I'm like, oh, maybe they are spider webs. I'm gonna go with my original plan of you come over here to the weird shrooms, and they're actually releasing spores, and you think you're not in the square tower anymore. You feel like you're in the circular tower.
Yeah, and afterwards you wake up back in the square tower and you're like, where was I? You'll never know.
in the campaign that me and Shin and a whole bunch of other people played with clubs when he was running it, one of his NPCs was this wizard who lived in a tower, and he loved to smoke shit. And we had this conversation one time with him because he did something that made us see weird stuff. And he like acted out the idea that this wizard took like a huge hit of his big pipe, and then he blew it in our faces. And he was like, he acted that out, and then he was like out of character. He was like, "Yo, think about it. Getting high is just wizard shit. You just messing with magic." And we were like, "Whoa." Hit us with it, Awas. Hit us with it. I bet a Shack dungeon would be incredibly fun. He's just an overall funny guy. But not in the same vein as, like, Marshawn Lynch and Gronk. They're both funny people. Okay. Gronk is a funny person specifically because he is dumb. Or he is playing a dumb person. I don't know if he's actually dumb. But man, does he act like it. Marshawn is just like the most real person you'll ever meet. And he's funny because of it. And I want him to be in more movies. I'll be okay if he gets beat up by No, he's dumb. They're both Rob Gronkowski and Marshawn Lynch are ex-NFL players.
Yeah, I was just waiting to get back to something I had point of reference for.
What is it, Awaz? Tell us! Tell us! Also, I bet you like being number one over here, since Dex won't let you be number one on Twitch. Also, if you haven't played any games by Supergiant, please go and play them. There's a lot of music tonight from Pyre, and I think there's one song from Bastion, but most of the music's from Pyre because I freaking love Pyre. Such a good soundtrack.
Oh, I loved Bastion.
Oh, a floating tower. A wizard's floating. Oh, that's a good. Awaz says the top part of this tower is the part you can see, but the bottom parts. Oh, you're right. This is a circle. There's a circle like platform underneath where this rock is. Yes, it's like oh my god, what is it called? What is the country? Halrua, where they just, when the spell plague was just about to happen, the whole country got all the wizards together and were like, nah, fuck that, we out. They just made the country fly up into the air and teleport. Ooh, I like that. Just shoom, boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah, like you could do some Sky Island stuff. Ooh, that reminds me. If any of you guys don't have copies of Obojima and you want physical copies, they are now in your friendly local game store. Even though I don't have my copy yet, friendly local game stores have their copies. My copy's on a boat.
No.
I saw it in my local friendly local. I'm gonna make words one day. I saw it in my local FLGS, and I was like, but I don't have my copy yet. And I was like, but unlike people on the internet, I'm not gonna bitch about it. They paid way more money than I did, so let them have their copies first. I don't care. I like
only
that
a problem
idea.
if it's like a reprint or something that you're waiting for, and you find it in other places where they're charging more, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. I like that. Yes, I like that. This is just a floating tower. We we had a conversation about this. Was it DM Roundtable? I think it was. In a previous episode, we were talking about how there's like an area, there's like a tower you have to catch up to that has like a sort of specific orbit or trajectory, and your players have to no, this was an episode of Obojima. Sorry, they have a floating tower.
I was gonna say, we definitely did not, because I would have gotten out all my math.
Yeah. They have a floating tower that has really good treasure in it, but you have to map out its trajectory to cut it off, like the legendary dogs from Pokemon. It was them. So yeah, Obojima is now available at retail. It's a Studio Ghibli / Zelda themed. What do they call it? They're calling it leisure fantasy setting.
I did not know that was a thing, but I love it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they just made it up for this.
Oh, okay.
Is it still bad? Because every time I bring up that there's a huge delay on YouTube that does not exist on Twitch, somebody's like, nah, it's better now. And I'm like, okay, but I'm pretty sure it's still much bigger than Twitch's.
Yeah. Twitch's is like a couple of seconds. That's why I go to Twitch now instead of YouTube.
Because, like, when I'm doing Horizon Forbidden West, I have my stream on another computer running just to make sure that everything's going okay. And, like, once I'm 2 hours in, it's like minutes behind me.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, Oh, which is bad for interaction, but it's great for when I think something happened and I can just watch myself
That
do
did
what I
happen.
just did. I also have digital. I have digital copies of both. No, I don't. They didn't give us the digital copy, or did they give us the digital copy of 1.0? They gave us the digital copy of. They remade the whole book for 2024 rules and sent us that. That I know I have. I don't know if I have the finished copy of 2014 rules. Tinikaka, but that was a little late because I was still saying 2024 rules. Are you timing it for us? Thank you, Awaz. This is why you're the best QA ever. Yes. All right. We're going to move on from the Grimspire Ruins to the Lighthouse. Okay. This one makes sense. Finally.
Hey!
Is this?
Oh, you can see it.
Oh, whoops. This is the wrong one. My bad. I changed the song. Hold on. There we go. There we go. That's the correct song. I have a different song for every map.
That's dedication.
And I can also say that all the songs I put into the TTRPG BGM list during last week's stream, I went through and put in their copyright pings because a bunch of them ended up being yellow, and 2 of them are red. They won't let you monetize at all. One of them makes total sense. It's a real band's real song. I was like, that's fine. The other one is a chiptune song by an artist in Australia, and I was like, huh? I didn't even know you could, huh?
What is chiptunes?
Like when you use an old gaming console's sound chip to make the music.
Huh.
Did you know Paris at New Paltz? White guy named Paris is not his actual name. His actual name is Byron, but he went by Paris.
No. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He was the first person I'd ever met in person that used. So there used to be a cartridge that you could put in your Game Boy, and it would let you make music. It was called LSDJ, Little Sound DJ. And he put on a show with his Game Boy at Rhino Records while we were there, and it was fantastic. And I went and bought a whole bunch of his cassette tapes of his chiptunes, and he was like, "Why did you do that? Why would you not buy the CD?" And I was like, "Shh, shh, this is retro. Don't worry about it." He's younger than us. This is what it should be listened to on. Shh, shh. But yes. Okay, like a minute? That's not bad. Certainly longer than Twitch, though.
I feel like that's worse than it used to be.
Oh, back in the day, it was like 4 minutes when they first added YouTube, because I've been streaming on Twitch and I was like, but I don't even like Twitch. And so YouTube was like, we're going to do streaming too. And I tried for like a week. I was like, oh, this is awful. I don't remember what happened to have people leave comments. My memory is not that good anymore. But this is okay. Oh no, there's a door on technically the 2nd floor. But this one actually makes sense. It's all in the same area. You could be on whatever floor you want. However, I feel kind of bad for this dead dude at the top, because clearly he let the fire go out. And I'm sure there were other issues, because he's been dead a long time.
I would never have been able to see that. Wow. This tiny.
This one has a grid, which is, I'm trying to figure out though, what are the ropes holding up? Because it looks like they're holding something that's hung on the side?
I thought that he was tied up to it originally.
Oh, you think he got away? Oh, and like the rope snapped?
Maybe.
Oh, that could
I
be.
don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah,
if it
no,
is
you're
a
right.
light.
It goes down.
If it is a. Oh no, I see. I'm thinking like, where's the focusing device for the light? But then I'm like, nah, it's probably like the beacons. Like, the beacons are lit. Condor calls for 8. This is like a fantasy world, so they'll just light a big old fire.
You're messing around with mirrors and stuff. What are you, a wizard?
Oh, I will. Also, go support 1985 Games if you can, because they're great. However, I will tell you that all of their most recent products have been themed dice, and themed dice blind bags, and I think that's stupid because if you're if you're a dice goblin like me, like I want my preciousnesses to be the preciousnesses that I like. I don't want to leave that up to chance. But hey, you guys do you. That's fine. Oh, okay. Awaz, real question. I don't know why, as if I was going to ask you a fake question. Real important question. There we go. Are you getting the ads where it makes the stream smaller and then shows another small ad next to it? Or they're like a half size and half size? Does it do that for everyone? Or is it just like because I'm watching on my own channel and it knows? That I don't know. But I like that YouTube does that now, where it'll like, instead of just replacing the whole stream with the ad. I see what you did there.
What's happening?
Pretend you're British, okay? You can say it. It's fine. It's just a bundle of wood. Oh, there's more, like, 2x4s on the next floor. If you go, wait. This isn't a staircase. This is a slide.
Oh, it certainly is.
Whee! And then you slam right into the wall.
Yeah, this is making less sense. It started out looking like it was going to make sense, like an MC Escher drawing. And now it's just confusing.
Wouldn't it be really, really hard to bring like a stack of whatever these are, 2x like 10s, up just a straight plane?
Well, they didn't. They brought them up the stairs.
True. No wonder. I mean, like, I don't think this lighthouse functioned very well at all. That's all.
Wait, so like, wait. So are we supposed to believe that like the guy just like died leaning against a wood pile because he was too afraid to go down the slide?
I'm thinking he got tired of trying to like Sisyphus his way up this slide with all the wood. He was so tired.
I'm just so confused. Dude, the tiny barbarian does that all the time. It's okay. It's not that hard.
True, only if you need to turn. Yep. Bunk. And these barrels make sense. On the first map, there was like it was like a facility to exsanguinate people, and there were all these barrels all over, but they look like trash cans, and I was like, I'm gonna assume it's a barrel of blood, but it just looks like they have a lot of trash to get rid of. I have not. Is the lighthouse
Facility
related
to
to the
exsanguinate
Langoliers? I don't know why, but that's all my brain ever goes back to.
The Langoliers?
It's a Stephen King book, but they made a TV miniseries of it a while back, where this group of passengers are at an airport and something happens and then it's just them, like nobody else exists, and they can't figure out why. And then they realize it's because they're trapped in a time stop, and the Langoliers themselves are like creatures that eat time, but you can only see them if time is stopped. And the whole TV miniseries is like so suspenseful, and you're all like, you're on edge the whole time, like what's gonna happen? Something weird is happening. And then you finally see the Langoliers themselves, and they're like Pac-Men made out of mercury, and it is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And listen, they tried, but CGI wasn't there to make a Langolier when the Langoliers came out. They just waka 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 waka, and they're just like eating buildings.
Oh, I have so many questions.
They had me in the first half.
Like what planet did I come from? Why do none of these things even sound familiar?
It's not a Stephen King book?
5 people and a couple of places, and I'm like, I have no idea what any of these are. It doesn't sound like Stephen King to me.
I always thought it was a Stephen King book. It's not.
He does horror, my dude. That sounds way more like sci-fi.
What are you based on? Now I must know. It is Stephen King. Oh, did he not? He didn't write. He didn't write the book. It was just a stolen Twilight Zone episode. Yeah, kinda. I'm sure it was scarier. I'm sure the book is way scarier than the actual miniseries, because it was terrible.
Like, if time is stopped, how do you even find out any of this information?
Somebody realizes, I forgot what they did. They did something with I'm gonna end up watching this again. I'm gonna find it somewhere. I'm gonna watch it so I can tell you the answer. I just remember at the very end, the people who survive are like, oh yeah, we're safe forever. And then one of the dudes in the group like goes to fall asleep, and that freezes time for him, and he disappears, and everyone's like, oh no! You're gonna make me watch the Lighthouse as well. I'm gonna find the Langoliers, so I'm gonna watch it again. I want to see a Mercury Pac-Man again. Waka waka waka. Ooh, okay. This guy died up here, but on the floor below the slide and the wood, it looks like someone blocked off the staircase to go down. I wonder what happens down below. And there's like shattered wood and stuff. But this is where they slept. This floor makes sense.
Wait. Scroll down again for a sec.
Oh. Wait, to which floor?
To the bottom floor. What's with the floating doors?
Oh, the ground floor is broken down into 3 rooms. But he can't show the walls because then you wouldn't be able to see the inside of the rooms.
Okay, wait, so does that make one of the upper floors have another room where it just looks like 2x4s lying around?
No, it doesn't have the brown things on the floor. That would be too easy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was fighting for a sense of continuity and logic here.
Yeah. Anything with Willem Dafoe is good though. I want to see the new the one that just came out with Willem Dafoe. Because like Willem Dafoe can play anybody that's unhinged, because even though in person he's the most normal guy you'll ever meet, He just plays an unhinged person so well. So well.
Have you met him?
No, it's just like every interview they do. He was most recently in. There's some dude on YouTube who goes and just asks passersby on the street like questions, and he didn't know it was Willem Dafoe, and so he stopped him. He's like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" And Willem Dafoe was like, "Well, I'm an actor," and the guy was like, "Oh, tell me about like your roles and why you got into this." And Willem Dafoe just had like a normal conversation with him, like realized this guy has no idea who I am. I'm just gonna have a regular conversation with him.
You're
I was
probably
like,
relieved.
Probably. Is the Lighthouse the one where he's wearing a captain's hat and he has the little pipe? That's the only thing about the movie I'm remembering, if that's the correct. Yes! Okay, cool. I just remember that from the trailer. Just remember that Willem Dafoe is the captain now, with like a Popeye pipe. Okay, so somebody else slept in here too. It's not just the big bed. Maybe they had a kid here? Well, I hope he survived. And I hope that this box isn't just like dripping piss. I hope that's something else. On the ground floor, there's just like a box with a puddle under it.
No, that's a rug.
Is it?
It is.
Good. I'm glad. We don't need the piss. That's fine. And then, okay, when you get to the basement, how come they understood how stairs work to get to the basement? So I said the same thing. Who pissed in the box? How come they understood how stairs work to get to the wait? Where did this? Oh, I
They
guess
don't.
Yeah. Yep. Never mind.
The stairs go up unless if you move the rug.
Oh, I think you're right.
So it is a rug.
We are pretty drunk. But like, okay, so does this path lead directly out of the building, or is there like supposed to be a door here, or is it underneath to get into the caves? You know what this lighthouse makes me think of? A series of unfortunate events. And like,
Okay.
this is the secret passage through Lake Lachrymose. Please don't eat for an hour before you go in, or the Lachrymose leeches will get you.
I mean, I think this whole map pack has been a series of unfortunate events.
a little bit. Just a little bit. But I think it's time to move on to the Midnight Tree grid. Oh, the Midnight Tree, sorry. That just means that there's a grid and there's a no grid version. Because some of them have them, some of them don't. You know, just reasons. Seems totally normal. I thought it was part of the name.
Hashtag it made sense at the time.
Yeah. It was late.
It was late.
That's also a good question. Why did you close up the cave? Makes no sense. Okay, this one really like got me going when I was looking through the map packs, because I've never seen a map pack that had, it's not a key, but it like shows you where the floors are, even though they don't technically match up to what you're actually looking at. Like the shape is not quite right. But I've never seen someone do like a 3D view from outside. Like, that's super cool to put it just on the map. Oh, that throne thing. They have the same convention here. Oh, they're braziers. That's what they're supposed to be. Instead of queen seat, baby seat. I thought they were archery targets at the beginning. That was my guess.
Somebody was doing target practice around the throne person's head.
Yeah. I was like, what else is shaped like that? Has a triangle behind it, and has a circle in the center. Oh, it could be an easel. Yeah, you could be painting. Sure. That seems more safe than archery target. Sure.
I love how your brain doesn't work.
Art would make a lot more sense. I don't know. I'm going to assume you're supposed to start at this little one that has water. That's my guess. Because if you're by the roots, there's got to be water.
Well, it also shows kind of a map-ish sort of cross-section.
Blink. I assume it's at the bottom. Maybe it's at the top and there's just like a pool to collect water in. I mean, this tree looks pretty dead.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And also large, probably.
Yeah, this tree must be enormous. I was thinking, oh, it's like the Deku tree. Does take place in Maine, you're correct. I said that in my head and I never answered you, Fist. I'm sorry. Worms. Woodworms. Woodworms everywhere. I was trying to figure out what these little condom-looking things were. They're hammocks tied between the trees sides. Wait, so then is this the biggest room? Maybe? Oh, I think this one is actually sort of in order.
A dining room and a dining room and a bedroom?
Yeah.
And a little pantry.
Yeah. I guess it's going up the tree, starting with this, maybe? No, because... no, maybe not. Oh.
I don't think so.
No, that would be too easy. We can't have that. Why do they make these so... listen, the idea that you can put all your players and enemies and whatever on each floor at the same time without changing the map, super cool. But please key your maps. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Can you imagine actually trying to run a suffin?
Oh,
like with this?
The
I'd be writing all over it.
questions. Oh. Why did I just get... Oh. Sorry, I got confused because my phone was like, you just received money from Chinese name. And I was like, what now? Eh?
No, I didn't. Oh, is it that thing you keep getting like ghost money from?
No, this one's for review. They want to send me a laminator machine. They're like, do you want to try this? And I was like, yes! I love laminating shit! Finally! She keeps sending me baby toys. And I'm like, I don't have a baby. I am not the target demographic. Would you like to see my big wood hole? Sorry, what were you gonna say?
It doesn't matter.
I feel like the next big section has to be like a prison of some kind because there's so many small rooms with doors. But I just feel like locking someone in a wooden prison is a bad idea.
Maybe they're meditation rooms. Maybe this is the home of some sort of weird monk order.
Oh, could be. They're like Way of the Dying Tree.
This is where your druid that wants to multi-class into monk goes to train.
Yeah! I love this. You have my attention now. No, I don't want to move the map. Yes, thank you. I don't want to send the file somewhere else. No, thank you. What else? Next dungeon.
That was it was, wasn't it?
Yep. My autocorrect the other day, I went to tell my boss, can you give me a sec? And it was like, can you give me a sex? And I was like, no! Anything but that. Okay, somebody lives here. Another hammock. This looks like the bigger storeroom. You know, there's like chests here, but this is like a legit like bureau.
Mhm.
I'm okay with that. That's nice. And then some bookshelves, probably.
Question mark?
I'm just thinking about how impressive it would be to have a curved bookshelf, but then how annoying it would be to fit books in it.
I'm pretty sure those are a thing.
You have my attention. I also like this desk on the right side that has a notch cut out of it so it can be put up against the wall.
You make do with the space you got.
It's true. And then, your archery targets for when you really don't like the king. Or queen, whoever's running the place. Again, I don't know if I want to, especially if it's a dead tree, I don't know if I want you to put, like, fire next to me. I just feel like fire's a bad idea here.
Yeah.
Oh, the next one
That's
just
how I
has,
feel
like...
about all of Japanese history.
There's the next the next branch has like bales of hay on it. I'm guessing those are supposed to be a bird's nest? Question mark.
It's gotta be.
On the picture. Oh no, that's just a tree branch in the background. I thought that was a bird landing in it. See, that would have made it simple. We would have known where this was. This is where Dwayne lives. Could be. Urinals would make more sense than fire in dead tree. I would not let anyone use any fire magic in here. This place is going up in a second. All right. Like I said, they really had me with this map pack being like, oh yeah, you can put all your players on the same map. And if you put in the, like, Kobold Press has a version of this that already has dynamic lighting set up. So you can put all your players on the different floors wherever they are. But, like, how do you know where to go?
Yeah, how do you know which floor is which?
Please key your maps. So anyway, we're going to go to... There's also a version with no grid if that's what you prefer. But it's one of, like, only 3 maps in this pack that has grid and no grid. So... if you're looking for no grid versions, be aware that only like 3 or 4 of them have them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're in Ragganis Redoubt.
Ragganis?
I have no idea. I'm gonna guess.
Like someone left a D out? Shut up, AWAS.
All of the, especially that Court of the Lunar Night. Like if you put those puzzles from the original Pokemon games that like the Team Rocket have in their hideout with the spinny arrows, yes, that would make them more fun for sure. There's no staircases there. Oh, there's a teleporter. Okay. Now I can do whatever I want. There's a teleporter. Well, fine. She said. This is our round table. We're on this floor, the one with the nice rug and this. Okay. Hold on a second. This is like a weird cuck love seat. Why is it facing the bed? Why is the couch facing the bed?
I mean... yeah, I don't know.
These wizards are into weird shit, man.
Also, why is the bed tucked into, like, the weirdest little cubby ever?
Yeah, like, if you roll out of your... I'll just take my little wagon elsewhere. If you try to roll out of this bed, you just slam your face into the wall. And you gotta like, well, I guess depending on how high this chest is, maybe you use that as a step stool to get into the bed.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to.
Or you have to take a running leap every time. And if you miss by like 6 inches, you have a concussion.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, make me an athletics check and then a constitution save.
All the walls around the bed have mirrors? Oh no. That is some
No.
weird wizard shit.
What is it with wizards and mirrors tonight?
Okay, so I'm gonna assume the one at the top has to be the last floor because it seems to have a summoning circle as opposed to a teleportation circle. So I'm gonna ignore that
every
for now.
Every floor has some sort of circle on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume the green ones connect to one another, but this purple one's different. But I hate that this the teleporter in the right version of the room is just like in all the doors. So like, what if someone's coming out and you're coming in, you're gonna slam into them and then you're gonna get like Baxter Stockman where you and that other person are now fused into one body. This is a terrible design.
And that's what the bed is for.
The bed's only there because now it's a horrifying amalgam of 4 people together. And they just lumber into the corner.
Oh my god.
But also,
there's no way they're making the leap over that chest.
They're trying with their myriad of 8 legs.
No, somebody was caught mid-stride, so they have like 7 and they can never get the cadence worked out.
It's like playing Clop. Oh, this is the best. This is the best worst map set I've ever looked at. Thank you, Kobold Press.
A potato stack race with an amputee.
Hey, me and my mage saw you across the summoning circle, and we like your vibe. Oh no! Oh no! Speaking of liking someone's vibe, why is there a door that leads into the wall in the room on the right? If all the white things are doors, what is this?
Wait, where?
If you look at the right triangle one, like right on top of the summoning circle, there's another door.
Yeah.
Where does that go?
It's another mirror.
Oh no. They really are into some freaky shit in here. I guess are these mirrors or like portholes in the top left of this one? This is such a weird house, man. Or tower.
It's all mirrors.
It's all mirrors.
All the way down.
Oh, this is an anvil. So there's a forge in here. People work. Oh, is this like a? Is this a We Share workshop?
Oh my god.
Is this everyone in town's like working area?
Maybe.
Interesting. They're all in one building. Like the druids hang out on this floor, and they just
no. They hang out down with all the trees.
Yeah. They hang out on the left one, and they just make good berries all day. There's so many cuck viewing mirrors in this place, though. That's the scary part. There's so many. This would make a way better Wood Elf sex dungeon than that tree. Way better. There's also how many bathtubs? 1, 2. There's 2 bathtubs in here. That's not bad.
Yeah, that looks like a kitchen.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think it is a kitchen. Never mind.
Wait,
I take that back. I think it was a tub like the one on the bottom. Just a different shape. But no, I think you're right. I think it is supposed to be an oven.
The coffin.
Could be. Could be. Ooh, I like that better than the ice coffin.
Yeah.
The Wizard's Pink Tower. It's the Pink Wizard Club. There you go. Top floor is just like meeting areas, and then this is where you talk to your overlord Satan. At the bottom. That's when. Oh, what do they call them on Wolfram and Hart? In Angel. Oh my God. What are they? Are they called the higher ups? I think they are called the higher ups. Someone tell me what the big demons are called. Is it?
Just Google it.
Hard. Senior partners. That's what they're called. That's where you talk to the senior partners. They're all from hell or the abyss. No, probably from hell. They're not about chaos. There's rules that you have to abide by in the Pink Wizard Club. Also, weird place to put the summoning. Hold on. There's doors that lead out. Is this the bottom floor then?
Oh. Huh. Seems like it.
Why is the summoning circle on the bottom in this big area and the teleportation circle in the little area? That just seems inconvenient.
Yeah.
Partners. All right. That was Ragganis Redoubt. This one at least sort of makes sense. All things considered. Compared to the rest of the maps, this one makes sense. You could also make the Triforce +1 out of this. Again, little bit of Zelda coding in there.
That would be fun.
Oh, and now we move to the rough Run Respite.
This whole thing's been a rough run.
Okay. Oh my God, when Angel was a Muppet, that was just the best. That was the best. This is also the only one that makes complete sense to me. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is that unless this is for locomotion and not for power, the wheels. If they're for locomotion and not for power, it makes more sense. Because there's like a bridge that leads and it's broken. And I was like, how do you get to this island?
I mean, don't you take a boat to it?
True. Maybe the island just runs away. But I'm thinking now, the water wheels spin to make these things on the second floor spin, but we'll get to them later. This map makes complete sense, and now I'm confused because why couldn't all of the maps make complete sense? Okay, I take that back. Why is there a little maze to get to the staircase? Why would you do that? I take it back. That just seems like there was one dude who was really good at masonry and was like, you guys want to see some cool shit?
No. Okay, so historical check here. Actually, many places, since this is apparently a fairly well guarded area, would have in the entrance, even if somebody made it through like the doors, there would then be narrow twisting passageways to actually get into the main tower, which would bottleneck people and make them easier to pick off if someone was invading. And you can't
swing your sword on the right side. I just realized all these turns. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is
all right, Mason. I'll give you this.
This one time you get off.
Yeah, this one time you can have this. But if the water's spinning these wheels, I'm thinking it makes the things once you make it through this little maze. If you make it through this little maze, when you get to the next floor, it makes the swing, 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 swing things spin as long as the water's
Oh, the
moving.
Doctor Who Christmas special.
Yes, yes.
The spinning Christmas trees of hell.
Yes, swing, 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 swing. And I love how it's just the idea that someone like lives on the 3rd floor, meaning that they have to wait until like the water's not moving to get to their bedroom.
No, if you look at the floor where the trees are, there are like scrapes in the floor. So it looks like they move across and they have like blades for the arms.
My God.
So like if you know the way that they move, you can just get through to your bedroom.
That is a great catch. I didn't even notice that. I had to zoom in further. Oh, this is the real dungeon.
Yeah.
Finally, a dungeon. Aww.
That's pretty cool though. That's nice attention to detail. I like it.
So like it's to help you bottleneck people, but also all those turns are favoring people coming from the tower rather than to the tower, because most people are right-handed, so when they swing their sword they get stuck. It's kind of like the ninja toe or the shinobi katana is a shorter sword, because if you want to kill someone in a house and you take out a samurai sword, it's gonna get stuck in all the walls and doors. I forget what movie. It
occurred to me that a shoji screen was defensive.
Right? I forgot what movie I was watching, but it was totally serious up until this point. And then somebody breaks into this guy's house and he pulls out his katana and it gets stuck in the screen and he's like, "Wait, what?" And then he puts it back in the scabbard because, you know, he's an honorable samurai, and tries to take it out again. It gets stuck in another screen. And I'm like, "Dude, you're going to have to poke this lady. You can't keep putting it back in and pulling it out to get it stuck in a screen." Ooh, a tannery. We learned a lot about leather on this stream, thanks to DM Lacara already. I like this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We've learned so much from everybody. Thank you so much.
Wait, what did I tell you about tanning?
You were telling us about the what would actually be in a leather worker's kit.
Oh, right.
We've learned so much. We're learning just about real life. Also, I want to say that my boss did come to the stream, the last stream, and afterwards he was like, "Yeah, I caught some of it," and like he was clearly trying to be very nice. I was like, "It's fine, dude. Like, if you're not dungeon mastering and don't play D&D, none of this makes any sense to you. I'm not gonna be offended."
Oh my God! Wait, what happened last week?
We did the end of the Gygax challenge to build a new world.
Oh God, that's like a horrible time to come in too. Because I wasn't there for the first half either, and I was lost.
I was like, "Oh, sorry, bro." He was like, "Oh, so you guys are gonna be playing tonight?" And I was like, "Okay, we don't usually play during DM Roundtable." But this one is an even stranger special, so sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm thinking of telling him to come next week. I already told the audience, but again, next week and the week after, we're going to be talking about and playing Enclave, the TTRPG, with its creator. He's going to be helping us make our characters next week and like tell us a little bit about, I guess, I don't know if it's tell us or if we're going to work together to figure out what the world is, because Enclave is a diceless TTRPG where like the setting could literally be anything. So I feel like he's going to use next week's session to help us figure out like what we want to do in the world.
Yeah. That should be good.
Also, the way that it's described in Enclave, like their world is like a bunch of layers of multiverse, and you could be wherever you want and do whatever you want in them, because all the worlds are like one, but like kind of like like when you're shuffling a deck of cards and they're like that's how his world kind of is. And for some reason, all I can think of is Sigil and the Lady of Pain in like the multiverse book. And I was watching something the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, in Sigil," and I was like, "Is it Sigil? Have I been?
No.
Am I
okay?"
No, it is not. I was like, "Sigil, what?"
It most emphatically is not. Those monsters.
And like, it caught me off guard too, because I was like, "What is he? I don't know about this setting." And then he's like, "Oh, where the Lady of Pain is," and I was like, "Excuse me."
Nope. No. Nowhere has that ever been acceptable.
Thank you, Planescape.
I still struggle with some words that I have only ever read and never heard people actually use, so I get it. That one hurt.
Yeah, I was like, "That's I don't know about that. I don't know about that one." I do like that there's a little trap door at the top if you want to get on the roof. I think that's cute, but also probably is good that there's something covering the hole in case it's raining or what have you. At first I was thinking, like, who's gonna get in the top? Like, I mean, I guess you could bolt it from the bottom or something, but then I was like, oh no, it actually probably helps to cover the hole. You don't want just a hole in your building. Though there are also, like, windows you can look out of. I don't know what they're called in stone, but windows.
They're still called windows.
Okay, just making sure. So you could shoot out of, that kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, but yeah, I don't think I want a hole in the roof. What if a bird's shitting on me? Like, I don't want that. I'm gonna come up the ladder and get bird poop in my face? No, thank you. Or in like a world like this, like a rock or a griffin flies by? No, thank you. Actually, if a rock pooped on you, it probably kills you.
It's the most pathetic death ever.
So next up, from Run Respite, I like the alliteration, we move to Solanna Bael. Oh, this looks scary. I like it.
Solanna Bael?
Or Bael? B-A-E-L. Hello again, Awaz. Welcome back to Twitch.
Yay.
These kind of look like head shapes. I'm assuming they're like higher layers of the tower, or some layer of the tower, but they kind of look like head shapes of, like, not necessarily specifically.
Beholders.
Oh, could be beholders. Could very well be beholders. I was gonna say like the diamonds from Steven Universe. Like each layer is shaped like a different one of their faces.
Oh, no
but
idea.
beholders works much better. It fits more in line too. Ball could be ball. God of murder. But spelled differently. There's different sigils on each of these floors. Not sigils. I was gonna be like, where do they go? I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows because nothing's keyed. Oh, is this bottom one? Okay, so this top left.
Oh, that's the entrance.
Yeah, it has to be the entrance. So then these are like elevators?
I think they're room types as you go up.
Oh, could be, could be.
I think the little eye-shaped thing is the elevator.
Ooh.
Up at the top. Is my guess?
Oh wait, is it supposed to be a statue? It looks like an eyeball, but I think it's supposed to be like a standing statue.
Oh,
I think. But no, it does look
that
like an
would make
eyeball, and I
sense.
like the eyeball better.
I was so stuck on the beholder head thing. Everything's an eyeball.
Well, because they keep getting more of them. So
Yeah.
I'm with that. I'm with that. They really like teleporters here at Kobold Press, don't they? I almost said don't they? Nope. Oh yeah. You guys are both right. These are the floors that you'll see as you go up in the tower. So I guess you could like rearrange different floors like this infinitely, or I mean you could build your own. It's all up to you. Have fun with it. And then when you get to the top, you can praise the sun. Honestly, this looks better than the Grimspire Ruins did as the Grimspire Ruins.
Yeah. It's a spire.
Mm-hmm. It looks like you can slay a demon in the teleporter. I don't know. It's up to you. Very, very Doom. Like the demons from hell show up in here. Now you got to fight them at the top of the tower. Or let's face it. It's gonna be a wizard. This is where Sauron lives. It's just a big flaming eyeball. It's constantly on top of the tower.
Yep. Could see it.
I wish that if nothing else, they'd keyed like what these different runes differentiate for the teleportation. Because like, since they're all different, that makes me feel like they do something different to you. Like you have to, one of them like gives you confusion. One of them, I don't know, pins one of your limbs. One of them makes you really, 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 really nauseous. Oh, you're correct, Awaz. It is off-center. I was gonna say this does not look right. No, it does not. It is definitely off-center. There's like way more room over here. Do you know how many bad boy enemies I could fit over here? I could slap so many enemies in this room.
You're assuming that each of those squares is a 5-foot square.
True.
There are smaller tiles available.
We go the old way. They're all 10 feet.
Oh my god.
Fits so many bad boys in this room.
Yeah, I mean, that would be your BDG fight, I would imagine.
Oh, hell yeah. People getting thrown out the window. Okay. In my session on Saturday, I explained to them, they're in like a... It is an evil Corrin's tower. I was explaining to them, they're in like a molten forge area. And there are like rivers of lava, like molten lava running through the room. And I was like, if you will look at the map, you will see that the lava flows under you. Like you guys are on platforms above it. But you want, nothing is stopping you from throwing people into the lava. And everyone at the table went, what? And nobody got thrown into the lava. Do you know how, like, how upset I am about that? No one got thrown into the lava?
That would never happen in our campaign. The words wouldn't be out of my mouth and the resident bard would be trying to pick someone up.
So you know how Aaron's character was a bard and he was like, I want Grimjack to play this character. So Grimjack rolled at random, got the bard, and we were like, yo, you have the bard. Aaron wanted you to play this character so you can work on your Riz game. And for some reason, immediately when he started playing this bard character, he turned him into like a much lighter Foghorn Leghorn. He chose to play his bard as like Colonel Sanders, and it was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I have never thought Foghorn Leghorn and bard in the same
right
day.
I don't get Whiskers the Wonder Cat. You're correct. Yo, you
That's
could.
like
Oh,
amazing though.
yes, Fist. You're right. You have to fight your way up the tower. But it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
all melee. There's no spellcasters here. It's only monks, fighters, barbarians, and rangers that aren't spellcasting. It's just all people whooping ass on the way up this tower. Yes.
The entire thing is in an anti-magic field.
Yes. Basically, this is everybody's, like, every beat 'em up has to have an elevator stage. This is the elevator stage.
It's Bruce Lee's last movie.
Yes! Yes. I love this. Okay, so far I'm liking this one and the last one the most.
Yeah.
Because they're simple. They make sense. Nothing else makes sense. Ooh, now we get to come to the Spire of the Sun God.
Oh, hell yeah. This sounds up my alley.
Oh,
Nope.
I just realized this is supposed to be the outside of it. I was like, is this a scepter? No, this is the view from the outside. Oh my god, there's so many stairs. Holy shit.
That looks like the absolute stupidest ball and cup game I've ever seen.
Yes, trash can chicken, let's go. I do like the idea here though. This seems like the very first one that's like all about puzzles that you have to solve. Like clearly this statue, and then there's like a reflector plate in the background, and there's a an altar that's not on fire yet. Like this is where the puzzle happens, baby.
An altar that's not on fire yet. You know what bothers me about this? It's the Spire of the Sun God, and there's not a single goddamn window in the entire place.
You're correct. And then at the top, there's just chains. Okay, we're not there yet. Let's rewind.
Let's start at the bottom. There should be like a light well or something here.
Started at the bottom. Now we're here. Yeah, also, how do you get up a floor? I mean, obviously you're going to solve a puzzle. Does that mean that the staircase descends once you solve this puzzle?
I'm pretty sure the entire floor comes down.
Ooh.
Who knows?
That's true. I was thinking originally, just from the shape, that it was going to be like there's a stage in the first Dark Souls when you make it to like the city that the gods used to run. There's this area where like there's this humongous chapel, but you can't get to it, and the platform that you're on ends like way lower than the staircase that leads into the chapel, and you have to like go on this stupid quest. You got to like climb through building rafters and stuff and fall in the specific places to find the lever that lifts up the platform. And when it lifts up, it doesn't just go straight up, it spins, and then you can explore all the other floors of the city because it's like a spiral staircase underneath it that goes on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that bottom floor is a lot smaller than the footprint of the base of the tower. And like one of those walls just like, you know, spins or something, and there's the path to the central staircase.
I didn't watch Clarissa Explains It All, but I know of it. Isn't Clarissa Explains It All the one that was with Melissa Joan Hart? I watched a lot of Sabrina.
Of course you did. Oh my god.
Or maybe when you light that little altar on fire, the The next floor just like spins down and falls on it, and like the altar goes underneath that staircase, like it snuffs out the flame.
Oh, by altar, do you mean the thing that looks like a bird bath?
Yeah.
Okay. I kept looking at like the table
Yeah,
under
the box.
the
I realized that
thing, and
after
I'm
I
like,
said it.
why are you assuming this thing has to be on fire? But no. The bird bath thing makes way more sense.
I'm trying to think of I'm clearly a bad ex-Catholic. I cannot think of the thing that holds what the receptacle for the holy water is called.
Font.
Yes. That thing is what I was gonna call it, and then I was like, no, I'll just use the altar because it's gonna be burning. And then like whenever this staircase finally comes down, clearly this is a statue where you have to move the this is a puzzle where you have to move the statues to face certain directions. You have to walk around and hit square like 37 times until they're all facing the same direction, facing a certain direction. I know how these puzzles work.
We've all played video games. We've all seen some version of this. Actually, I had a version of this in the very session 0 with you guys.
That's true, you did. And we all tried to
Yeah.
do stupid things.
No, you guys all tried to do smart things, but you figured out the puzzle and you discovered the puzzle in the middle. And then tried to figure out what to do with the rest of it without having found the instructions first.
The D&D way. Chaos!
Yeah. In a friend's campaign once, he had spent forever planning a really convoluted trap by some fae in the middle of an illusion in the middle of the woods. Except somehow our group walked into like the back end of it. So we could see that it was an illusion. We were like behind the curtain basically, and we could see the illusion immediately.
And the entire Wizard of Oz it?
Yeah, we Wizard of Oz'd it completely unintentionally. We just like walked in to the wrong end of the clearing basically, and like ruined the entire thing.
So as you all know, my campaign started in Lost Mines of Phandelver, and when you meet the guy who's supposed to be the bad guy, the wizard guy, he's supposed to leave through a secret passage, but my players alerted him to their presence and then just happened to move in front of the secret passage when he got there. So he opened the door to the secret passage and the whole party was there, and everyone just turned around real slowly, and I was like, oh man, maybe I could still make my way out of this. And DM Clubs, he's playing one of the paladins, and he goes, kneel! And the dude fucking failed. And like they didn't even have to fight him. They just immediately got him with command. And I was like, well. They're like, why'd you make him come out of there? And I was like, because that's where you guys just moved exactly to the right spot where he would be. I didn't make him come out of there, okay? That's just what he was gonna do.
Wow. That's like, amazing.
The timing could not have been worse on my part. But if you do move all of these statues into the correct orientation, you will move up to the next. Oh, damn it! No, this is the reflection puzzle. 100% this is the reflection puzzle. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna assume there's a fourth one on the other side. Okay, but now okay. No, we're gonna figure out this floor before we move up to the next one, which is very confusing to me. But yeah, I thought this was like a raindrop, but I'm guessing it's just the back of the mirror because the other sides have the shiny side showing. Where do you have to go though? I would put more laser catchers in this room. They're like
I
dream
would
catchers.
windows in.
I can put windows in, yes. Yes, one of them has to actually catch the sunlight. So you can only do the puzzle during the day.
Mhm. Or, as was brought home to me, oh god, so I never answered you about how the session went.
Yes, please, tell me.
I won't tell you, I won't bore the entire stream with how the entire session went, because they have absolutely no context. But
True.
in part of it, they went to, they wanted to find like a cheap magic tchotchke store. Which was not in my plan in the port city that you guys are in currently. So I started winging one based on, do you remember? Never mind. So it was based on a cheap magic shop from where we're from. So they're wandering their way through, and the lady that owns the shop sells our barge a bunch of candles that are supposed to be like, there's this, I'm winging this entire thing. He asked for her favorite item in the shop. She gives him these wish fulfilling candles, but you have to light them for like 3 months by the light of the full moon, like blah blah blah, this whole little ritual that I made up on the spot.
Yes.
Of course, immediately the resident bard goes, okay, I'll take notes for him so that he does it right. And he's writing it down, and he's like, well, which moon? And I'm like, god damn it. So I'm like, it doesn't matter, any of them. He's like, all right. So they ask some more questions. Barge gets it back to his room, and he's like, oh, I got this. And of course, what does he pull out?
My transforming orb has moonlight.
Yes, the moonlight orb.
That's
and does the whole damn 3-month-long process in like 10 minutes.
And Barge's player is also not a scientist like moi.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was spectacular. I had no idea it was coming. And he's like, okay, I got a couple things to do in my room. I'm like, okay, do you want to like work through it in the session? Or he's like, yeah, this won't take long. I go into the room and I pull out the moonlight orb. I'm like, can I tell you how much I regret letting you guys have that thing?
Which moon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which moon? So, yeah. So that was fun. It was a fun little sidetrack. Actually, the entire session was a sidetrack. There's only one very, very minor plot point that happened the entire time, so you did not miss much.
Hell yeah. I gave my the same bad guy who they caught immediately. He canonically has a pot of awakening in his room that he has not used yet because you have to plant something in it for 30 days. Mm-hmm. And my players took that pot and they gave it to the druid who was in our party at the time before they found out that she's not really a druid. She's sort of kind of an exarch and was just sort of using the party, but we don't need to worry about that. Anyway, she goes home and she takes the pot with her. But when she was with the party, they all planted something in the pot together. They were all there for that. And the 30 days pass, and she sends the awakened mushroom. Fist will love this part. It is in fact a mushroom that's alive. It's the mushroom child. She sends the mushroom child back to the party. And I'm like, she is friendly to all of you because you were there technically for her planting. Like, you all put her in the pot. And my players were like, I ain't touched no pot. How dare you assume that I was there helping? And I was like, what is wrong with you guys?
You were there.
Why do you not want the mushroom child? And then like a session and a half later, they're like, I will die to protect the mushroom child. I'm like, okay, now we're all on the same page. Thank you.
That was a weird little sidetrack. I think it's because your party, I feel like your party is like the cosmic inverse of mine. Like,
ooh, could be.
Your party is like the absolute opposite of adoption agency. Like, whereas our party would have been like, oh, where did it come from? The depths of hell? But it's so cute. I'm sure we can revise it. Like, we can reform it.
My party, I give them something cute. Immediately, they're like, no, fuck that thing. If I give them, like, a deformed... Like, they have a... what is his name? They have a Dolgrim that they befriended, which is it's two goblins stuck together, but, like, not happily. And so they speak in deep speech every once in a while, and like they can barely control their bodily functions. And they were like, yes, we will take care of you forever. We will find you a home. We will find both of your heads jobs. It'll be great. I give them an adorable mushroom child, and they're like, I'm going to fucking kill it. I'm going to take it out in the back, and I'm going to kill it. Like, what's wrong with you?
That's a very long list.
How come you have so many cool emotes? I don't have that many cool emotes. From Mother Abigail, eh? Oh, and that one's also from interesting. I actually probably have some, because I've been leaving Twitch on to get the Marvel Rivals emotes. People keep gifting me subs to other people's channels, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I literally will never go back there again. But thank you. It could be. It very well could be. I'm trying to think. I can't think of what her name is. Oh my god. What is her name? Oh my god. That's bad. Hold on. Probably people of interest. Yeah, probably. I want to figure this out. Nope. Room? Nope. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my god, she's not listed in there. Oh well, I hope someone has that name in their notes. Currently, she sits on top of the ogre that works with the orcs that is living in one of their multiple home bases. And because she is small, she literally sits on his head and people think that she's a hat.
That's fun.
And then when somebody actually needs to talk to her, she can be like, and she pops out and she's like, ha! I was hiding! And everyone's like, oh my god, you're so cute. I can't believe we were going to murder you. Oh, nice. Okay, so if we go up from this reflector puzzle, there's like a miniature floor that I feel like is just a floor that expands and compresses and just like and squishes you if you don't get through it in time. I don't know why. And then there's a treasure floor right above that.
Nope, that's definitely for mimics.
I was just about to say that.
my pre-run reflexes kicked in.
And it has to be this. Well, actually, so the mimics in Dark Souls specifically, they have super long limbs when they stand up. Like they're just so incredibly lanky, and like the way that they walk is uncanny valley because their limbs are way too long. And I'm just thinking those 4 mimics have to be those specific kind of mimics where their body is just like too long. It's way too long and unnerving, and they're just like Scooby-Doo chasing you around this small floor.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like all the floors just accordion up and down along that central staircase. So it's like some kind of hideous Fantasia bad trip kind of like mental image.
Ooh, also, you can give me money, or until Oh, very soon. You have a very limited time to go on to Geek Tech Games' website and catch the Labor Day sale with code GTGLabor15. Or alternatively, you can use my
There's
code.
also a
You can use our code. The Labor Day code is for 15% off. Our code's for 20% off. You can use it whenever.
Do they stack?
But I did learn that our code will only work once per account. So I'm not going to lie to any of you. You can make as many accounts as you want. Use my code.
Your own company. And also there's currently a 40% off sale at Redbubble too.
That's right. My sister told me about it. Oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I need to go do some stuff on Redbubble as well. Boo!
Thanks for telling us I was.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop all those same ones up in YouTube chat, which is cool. If you guys wanna 40% off the Redbubble shop. And I know now because Nightbot is so slow on YouTube that you can't enter commands in a row or it'll freak out. I've learned my lesson. It gets confused so easily. So I will wait to post the next one until it actually pops something up. There we go. That's a Redbubble shop. And then there's also... Okay, so you could use GTG Labor 15, get 15% off. Or you can use this code and get 20% off your order. Yes! Everybody's foot in the door. Oh, okay, Awaz, I need to send you... So, I've already been asking the Roundtable and the Whale Pact, and I'm like gathering a list of people to work with as part of the company as we get bigger and bigger. And so, like, I was in a meeting with my boss. It was the last time we video chatted, so I actually got to see his face while this was happening. But he was like, "Oh, can I blah blah blah?" And I was like, "Okay, so hear me out. I have a guy who wants to make terrain. We can use it for photos and what have you. That's like his shtick. He loves building things." And I was like, and then I have the rest of the people that I stream with. We're all ready to write adventures and then say like, if you use this set of minis, it will be great with this adventure. Blah 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 blah. And you know, like when you can see the wheels turning in someone's head, like that's when he realized, like, oh, you have like all the employees already like waiting. And I was like, yeah. So Shin made
You came with a team.
I did. So Shin made a meme, and I sent it to him, and he laughed about it. And I was like, yeah, man, we got this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Also, I just got an email that I saw on my watch, which makes me very happy because he was like, hey, can you... The plan was that I was going to design the content for the entire rest of next month and send it to the content producing group by Wednesday, and that was never going to happen. So I just got an extension. So thank you. I was like, I don't know, man.
So far.
Beyond that, that's the only thing I was like, oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. And he was like, it's okay if you just send them apart. I was like, good, because that's what they were gonna get. But they were just like, hey, you wanna wait until Friday? I'm like, okay, that seems doable.
Please do. Thank you.
Whew. So the Labor Day code is GTG Labor 15. But the other code is... Oh, didn't I? Oh, it's already in there. The other code is already in there. But currently...
It's already there.
Yeah. Currently, you can get that 15% off, or you can get 20% off. It's up to you, whichever you guys want.
Awaz is right. Put the website in the chat.
Come on in, the water's fine. I will tell you that I can see, he put me on the list, so I know when people are buying things from the website. No one has used the Labor Day code this weekend, which is silly. God. I'm like, you guys are buying things but not getting the discount. What's wrong with you? However, I sort of understand, because if any of you buy music on Bandcamp, it's mostly like indie artists and what have you. They have a thing called Bandcamp Fridays, where all the proceeds go directly to the artist. They don't take any cut of it. But then they also do weird sales and stuff. And sometimes if you have an artist that's doing really well, they'll do like, I'm going to put my whole discography out for 20%. However, Bandcamp lets you choose how much you want to pay. So if I'm following an artist for a really long time and they keep doing that, I'll go in and buy all their music at full price just because. And there's a guy he composes for video games now, but back in the day he was just doing video game remixes. And I went and bought like a whole bunch of his albums at full price when it was 20%, when it was just 20%. And he actually sent me an email and was like, why would you do that? And I was like, well, you're a good dude. I want to make sure that you get all of this. And he was like, oh, well, thank you. And so I can understand if you don't want to use the code because you really like someone, but I feel like most of these people have been first-time buyers, so weird that you don't want to save that 15%. But thank you, either way.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. It's true. That's why you're the best QA we've got, okay? Coming from a former QA guy, I know. And then when you get to the top of the spire after you've Scooby-Dooed your way away from those 4 mimics, there's just a ball with chains. I don't. Are you supposed to put something on the chains, or do each of those chains like open a different hole in the top, and then this ball heats up? I don't know.
I have 2 theories about
Okay.
the chains.
Hit me. Hit us.
Theory 1 is that this is how they sacrifice people. Is like the top of it's open and the inside is just mirrors. So it just concentrates the light and then you string someone up in there. Until they shrivel up like a California prune. Second thought is this is how you preserve your high priests after they die. Same process. But then you get them down and they're a mummy.
Huh. Kind of like that. Wait, is there... No. I was going to say, is there...
Depends on how dark you want to play your solar tribe there.
I was gonna say maybe there's somewhere you could put the bodies, and then I'm like, oh no, there's. I mean, you could put them in the cabinets on the first floor, but I don't think that's gonna work. Is there like a mausoleum or something? No, okay. But yes, this is the weirdest Sunspire ever. It's got a nice ball though. It does look like a kendama though. For 100%, it's a kendama. Like that was the design inspiration.
Yeah.
But
totally.
Moving on from the Spire of the Sun God, we've got Stormcaller Tower. Which sounds cool as hell. It is very much on the precipice. And, again, not... Well, I guess... No, I don't know. Oh, okay. So judging by these pictures, the top left is the top. And I guess the bottom left is the bottom? Yeah, because these 2 floors... Ooh, this one actually has breaks in it that clearly show where the rooms are. Nice.
Yay. What a concept.
Wow. This is almost as good as keying your map. Murmur, where are you? I need your judgment. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. You could just key the map and make it easy for everyone. That's all you have to do is just key the map, please.
This is not hard, people. Man, we haven't brought out Murmur in a while.
I know. I slipped him on the screen at some point because someone said Murmur, but it wasn't him. But I was like, haha, and I slid him on. I think last week. But yeah, we haven't seen Murmur or Racky in quite a while.
Oh, Racky.
We have seen, oh, well, not on this stream so much, but everyone sees Steve because I now use Steve as my, I need to go away for a second. Like, that's my BRB, and he protects me.
Aw.
He is 75 temp HP worth of Kobold Wizard. Gotta put my Steve armor on.
Better than plot armor.
It's true. So you come in. There's a lot of empty space in this one, which is, it's like just empty space, like all the time, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
You guys really like empty space. And you could put whatever you want in here. It's just like nothing's drawn in there. You could have as many weird lightning using dudes as you want. You could put in your Drow Wizard. Oh, hey, I just realized. Oh, I see what happened here. I put an extra exclamation point, so it never worked. There you go. Let me put that code in there for y'all on YouTube. Sorry. My bad. I see the extra exclamation point. I just thought Nightbot was being incredibly slow. I mean, it is, but reasonably. I put the command in wrong. That was my bad. You come on in, then you come on up some little more tower, but it's like angled tower, which would probably be pretty freaky to be on the edge, especially if they have all these weird, like the outside image has all these lightning rods, but the actual map doesn't have the lightning rod. I'm gonna assume they're lightning rods, because then there's this dude who's standing there like, oh, strike me down, I'm the Stormcaller. Yeah. I'm sure he doesn't sound
definitely
like
that vibe. No, it's the vibe I got.
Very, very, like, he looks like he has a bucket helmet, which tells me that this is very Solaire. He's the dude from Dark Souls that praises the sun and talks about jolly cooperation. He loves to stand there with his hands out and face the sun. This guy's very Solaire coded. He loves to go onto the precipice of things and stare into the sunlight.
That sounds like he turns evil at the end.
He gets a sun-shaped parasite stuck on his face, and he thinks he's finally incandescent, but actually he's just insane. And then you can run away from him, or you can put him down out of his misery, and then he'll be sad as he dies. I think there's a way to save him, but 99.9% of the time, that's what happens to him. He lets the parasite stick to his face. Crazy that it got in the bucket, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I also feel like this could be used in my campaign. Probably mentioned this before. I have an orb on like a pedestal that you can go up to, and it will help show you your greatest desire, because it's actually a dragon's eye, and it's using dragon sight. But the price that you have to pay, since it's a blue dragon's eye, is you have to be struck by lightning. And I feel like you could do this exact same thing here at Stormcaller Tower. Take half adult dragon damage
sounds cool.
from a lightning bolt, but then you get to see your greatest desire.
Ooh, that's a hefty price.
And again, like, if your players don't understand how the worlds work, you got to explain to them. So my players are like, why doesn't everyone do this? And I'm like, yo, the average person has 4 health at
4
maximum.
HP.
They are dead. They are dead. They are dead like 8 times over.
At least, yeah.
Yes, that was Stormcaller Tower, which was relatively boring, but at least it makes total sense. Good for you, Kobold Press. You've made like 4 maps in this pack that make total sense. That's not a good percentage, by the way. I'm bad at math, but this is not a good percentage. Now we come to the Usurpers Tower. I'm noticing a trend with towers. We're almost done too. I'm assuming. Oh, you come in at the main floor. Okay. So this is like where the bandits are hanging out. I guess maybe. Because they're usurpers. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. Maybe there's different people on different floors. Who knows? But there's definitely an entrance because there's just a door. Hit us with all your questions, Awaz. Every question ever. You can use some of your lore pass down to ask us anything. Wait, can I? Oh, I can't do it myself? Oh, yes, I can. I gotta scroll down further. Man. How much lore passed down do all of you guys have? It's gotta be a stupid number at this point.
300.
Really? I wish I
You
could
get
see
it.
mine. Mine just says infinity because it's my channel. Damn. I also realized from Twitch I can now see every interaction on the mobile app. It's so hard to find on desktop, but on the mobile app I can now get into it after like 3 screens. And I'm like, why did you do this to me? Well, I don't want to look at this on mobile. I want to look at this on the computer. I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. But with the Usurpers Tower, you come in the main room. There's some bedrolls here. It's normal stuff. There's a trap door that leads to the torture room. I got some very generic.
There's ladders this time.
Yeah, I can actually oops, my bad. Sorry, stream. I accidentally grabbed the entire window and pulled it down. Nope, that's not what I wanted. You actually know where you're going on this one. Oh, okay. Why would you move the ladder and trapdoor area, different floors? That's just confusing. Anyway, you've got some torture equipment down here. If you wanna lock. Actually, this is a very neat way to draw like the torture equipment, like this chain at the bottom. Because if you put a character in this square, oh well, they'll be on a higher layer than it. Never mind. I was gonna say it'll look like they're in it. No, it won't, because they'll be on a higher layer than it. Never mind. There's a nice rack, and I'm gonna assume that's supposed to be an Iron Maiden, but with a fancy door. And then some tools. But let's go back up the stairs. It's first trapdoor, and then we take the ladder, and we go, and we pop out up here, and there's a whole bunch of slots for archers, as if finally a building that's set up so that different like classes can hang out on it and get ready for battle.
Rubbish.
That was a terrible arrow noise. Wow, okay. That was more like a whole bunch of crossbows rather than arrows. Whatever. Yeah, I feel like this is a good spot for the bandits to have taken over. Like it used to be a military encampment. Because, like, I don't think the soldiers are going to be as dirty as whoever was on the floor above them. Just leaving bones all around? Gross. Unsanitary conditions.
What were they eating?
True, those look like human bedrolls, and then those bones look pretty human-sized to me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're using 2024 rules, you can't say cannibalism, so you gotta call it something else. You can call them bone enjoyers.
Ooh.
I'm hoping that one sets off AWAS. Either that, I was gonna say marrow lickers, but marrow liquor just sounds like a slur.
Yeah, it does.
It just sounds like a slur, so I'm not gonna use that one. But there's one more floor. If you could get past this nasty stuff, you can come up one more floor, pop up on the roof, and there's a brazier to help you see if you're not bone suckers. Bone suckers sounds like what someone on The Walking Dead would call a zombie. Like there's a group out there that must call them bone suckers because the joke question mark, if you can call it that, on The Walking Dead is that no one has ever said zombie. Every single group has a different name for them, but none of them are zombie. And I think in world they're like, oh, Night of the Living Dead never came out. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the first thing that mentions zombie. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's derived from a Creole word, I think.
Like, just because George Romero didn't make Scary Movie doesn't mean that creature doesn't exist in pop culture. And then there's more arrows on the top. But I mean, you could put like a trebuchet on the top, or I mean, it would have been hard to have gotten up there, but like, hey, whatever, it's your world. Or like a big ballista and chunk down there. Really scare your players. Alternatively, one of the things I gave my players is in Dungeon Craft, there's like a miniature ballista token. And in my world, I made them portable ballistas, because normally a ballista you need more than one person to like load and then fire. So they're portable ballistas. One person can push them because they're real small and also fire them. And our barbarian technically rolls one behind him like a Red Rider wagon everywhere he goes. Has he ever used it? Not one single time. But technically, it is always with him. Not that I'm bitter or anything. It's not like I made a whole new item just for them because they were bitching.
Alright, I'm gonna have to drop off.
Okay, I think there's just one more. Right? Oh yeah, this is the last one. I will knock out this one. But thank you for coming and hanging out and talking D&D, and you're going to be one of the players for Enclave, just in case anyone was wondering. I think you're really going to like this map, though. So even if you drop off, check out this last map, because it's big Avatar The Last Airbender vibes.
Oh, nice. I will. Alright, good night.
Good night! Oh, thank you for doing all this you do more advertising for me than I do advertising for me, which is hilarious, and I appreciate you so much. But yeah, this is the last map we're gonna be looking at tonight. This is the Windward Tower. This is the gridded version. I'm gonna assume you start here because you actually walk into this room, and this is one of the first ones that has like so much stuff. It is weird though that there is a ladder that just, like, okay, if you start here and you go here, right? Like this is the entrance. You have your round table. You have to go through the conference room in order to get to the other rooms? That's very, very confusing. There's no way to get into this room. Interesting. Very interesting. This is a very weird building, but okay. I do. It's true. I have to become more Korb. But I was explaining to my boss. I was like, okay, there's something about me you need to know. I'm terrible at self-promotion, but I'm really good at making other things look good. So like now that I'm part of the company, it's a weird little symbiosis where like I can talk about you to make you look good, but then when I talk about you, it makes me look good. So I'm in a good spot now. Thanks, man. But yeah, in the Windward Tower, there's this room you just can't get into on the first floor. I don't know if you gotta fall through the chimney or what have you. Oh my god. Wait, Geek Tank Games? Because they would honestly, okay, honestly, they would love Trash Mob's minis. Like, I pulled out one of our ooze mini, one of Trash Mob's art's ooze minis. Is the medium size one is like a ooze girl, and I was like, hey, hear me out. I said it to my party. I was like, I was supposed to be doing a summon shadow spawn. I was like, I don't have a shadow spawn, but I have a black ooze girl, and it's really just a big titty girl with ooze hands. And they were like, what are you talking about? An ooze is like a puddle. And I was like, yeah, okay, but this mini is a ooze girl with big titties. And they were like, I don't understand. And I put her on the table, and they picked up the mini, and they were like, oh my god, this is a ooze girl with big titties. And I'm like, what? I didn't make it up. I'm telling you. What? I didn't make it up. That's what the mini is. But yeah, you got a little room to do your stuff in. You got a storeroom. You got bedrooms over here. How do you... Oh! So you can't even... Here, hold on. I will get you... This is what I want. It does not help that the set it's in is called Goo Crew. Where's she at? Come here. Nope. Stop. Nope. 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 Crazy that no one's using the 10% off code too, because it's a 10% off code and it's there for everybody. Like anybody can use it. There we go. Where is Discord? I'm gonna put it in tabletop schmabletop so everyone can see. Ooze titty girl. Some of them are upside down, but it's just big titty ooze girls. That's what they are. That's who they are. What can I say? What can I say? That's who they are. I honestly really like the Goo Crew just because it gives you so many of the little baby oozes, and like none of my players are in here, so that's good, but like they haven't figured out yet that it only depends on what you hit an ooze with to make it split. They think anytime you hit them they split, and I'm like, no, it depends on what you're hitting them. I didn't say that to them, but I'm just staring at them like, why are you guys all hitting them with the same shit? Like every single one of you is like, I'm gonna do the same thing the last person did. And they're like, oh no, they keep splitting. I'm like, you just keep doing the same thing. Try something else. Please, try something else. I just realized the ladder area, not only does it end nowhere, but you also can't get to it. You gotta like you gotta tell your players like these are fake walls that they have to get around. They have to realize, hey, this building seems smaller on the inside than the outside, because you got to be able to know that you can go boom boom and all the way around and get to that ladder. But the ladder also leads nowhere, so whatever. Maybe you just have a dude who is like in the walls. There's a nice little balcony area, though, I guess. Wait. How do you get onto the... Oh! It must be a secret passage through the ladder. We're not there yet, though. We're in this room. The playroom. Okay, and more living quarters. This could almost work as like a good, like tavern. Come up the stairs, you end up over here. Another little playroom. A sauna? Maybe? I don't know. That's a weird shape. It could just be a metal table, but it's weird that there's to be the only one, you know what I mean? I'm going to guess that the furry community would prefer Trash Mobs minis to Printable Heroes. Printable Heroes art is more like realistic, gritty, whereas Trash Mobs is fun. I had this conversation with one of the guys in the Whale Pack before, where like most people buy printable mini stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, that's because most people left their imaginations behind." And I was like, "Okay, I was just gonna say that most people are like, I gotta be serious, and I gotta be serious. I can't be playing with them kitty things." And whereas I was like, when I discovered Geek Tank Games, it was because they did a Trash Mob Minis Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter just to do Trash Mobs Minis. And I was like, these are so cool. There's so much personality. Some of them are so cute. Some of them are fun. This will fit in. My group will love these. And like, apparently nobody wants to buy Trash Mob stuff. They all buy Printable Hero stuff. And I'm like, but why? Trash Mob stuff is fun. Like, just let it, it's fun. I should have led with the slime girls. I should have. I really, you're right. I should have. Big titty slime girls. That's how it goes. You're right. I messed up. That's on me. A little armory up on the 3rd floor. Trash Mob. So one of the things I had explained to my boss, like I was saying about how everyone in DM Roundtable is ready to start writing adventures that are just like, oh, use these sets. I told my boss, like, that's the best idea for us to do adventures. If you want me to write adventures for Geek Tank Games, I think that's our best option. Yes. Thank you. I think our best option is to write an adventure and be like, hey, you can super easily run this adventure if you buy this set or this set, what have you. And I was talking to my boss and I was like, I just wanted to, he was like, does Trash Mob still make stuff? And I was like, I'm 100% sure Trash Mob still makes stuff. So I went to Trash Mob's Twitter, and the last thing that they released was like, here's a little mini adventure, and these are the minis of mine you should use. And I was like, he's already doing it. Like, we got this in the bag. Like, this is, we're good. We're good. My plan will work. When we have the time and the energy to devote to it, my plan will work. Don't worry about it. We got it. They're already doing it. And then the roof, I guess you could climb through the chimneys, but probably not. I'm assuming you actually have to use the hidden ladder to get up on the roof. Or you could, like, jump out a window somewhere and climb up the side, what have you. But there's a huge glider on the roof! Very Avatar The Last Airbender kind of glider, too. This is nice. Could be a new item for you and your crew. Your goo crew. Listen. Listen. This is going to be on the internet for everyone to hear ever. I've seen enough hentai to know. But that was 12 Peculiar Maps by Kobold Press. We did it. We made it through. We looked through all 12 maps. I don't think I want to. Yeah, I'm okay if I don't. But like, if you guys like it, I'm not gonna yuck your yum, to steal VF's words. I won't yuck your yum. Enjoy. I'm trying to figure out where I didn't open up the poll options. There we go. Okay. So, again, I am going to put the poll up. Yes, I'm scared, okay? I'm going to put the poll up, but remember that next week we'll be playing Enclave. I'm hoping he gives me a little bit more information because I was like, oh, do you have a thing that I can post, like to use as the to use as the thumbnail and all that jazz? So I'm hoping he gives me. He did send me the press kit, or rather, their community manager sent me the press kit. So I will have that. I'm probably going to use that to make the thing. But this poll will be for 3 weeks from now. So next week we're going to do intro to Enclave, and then we're actually going to play Enclave. But so yes, I am for 3 weeks from now's topic. There will be this poll will help us figure out what we're going to do after we do Enclave. I don't know if we're going to go any further than the 2 sessions with Enclave. I don't think the way that I'm understanding Enclave is more that it functions like a West Marches campaign, in that every session you start from the same place and end at the same place. So like it's very good for one shots. So I don't necessarily think we're going to end up playing more, but maybe we will. I don't know. I will also say that Enclave as a TTRPG, we will be doing the what is Enclave stream, the one next week, right before they launch a Kickstarter. So I'm hoping to get links for that, for their 2nd edition. So we've looked at the 1st edition book. I don't know if he's going to be explaining stuff from the 2nd edition book. I have no idea. We're going to find out. We'll all find out together. But the poll options are, I'm going to do the same thing in YouTube. Remember, if you're not on Twitch and you're not putting your votes in the poll, that is 1,000,000% fine. You have 24 hours to put your votes in. 3 weeks from now's topic. Oops. Sorry. You got plenty of time. If you're on YouTube, you can just drop it in the chat. If you're watching this video as a VOD on YouTube, leave it as a comment. You can come into the Discord at any point, !Discord. And legendary dogs. Maybe. So yeah, like the way that he describes his world is that it's like a vast multiverse, and there's layers all over the place. So there could be some legendary dogs. I don't know if our specific game is going to have them, but there could be. If you don't know, you could also leave me the answer on Twitter or leave it on a YouTube post or anything like that. I'll see it. The only place I would advise you not to leave me your answer to the topic post is on Twitch DMs, because they're so hard to find that I'm just not going to find them. For these things, if you're not sure what some of them are, articles are like articles you find on the net that talk about things. We'll read them together and then chat about them. Items are magic items or wondrous items. One-shot supplement is just something that doesn't necessarily fit into one specific category, but it will only take us 1 session to finish going through. Subclasses, pretty self-explanatory. We're going to go over subclasses. Usually what we do is one subclass that's just straight written out, there's nothing extra, and then one very, very detailed subclass. That's generally how the subclasses episodes go. And the last one, show and tell, is we either show you something that we've actually made for our campaigns, or we talk about a tool or something else that we use during our campaigns, or have used during our campaigns. Yeah, I will be here until, I almost said the morning light. No. I will be here until the poll ends on Twitch. But you can always come hit us up anytime you want in the Discord. Someone is always there. And usually someone's doing like a public showing as well. Grimjack runs movie nights and anime nights. Jack DT runs wrestling nights and sometimes also video game nights. Dex has been in there streaming every once in a while as well. Please, why are you so mean to me? Please. But yeah, I'm excited. We didn't do our regular ad roll because we didn't have to because you were here. But please, if you guys like what you saw, leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, sub. And I'm not leaving yet, but we will see you again soon. If you want to come hang out with me again this week, tomorrow night I'll be streaming more Horizon Forbidden West. We're in the Burning Shores DLC right now. We are on our way to find Sam Witwer. And also, since it's the first of the month, the 2 polls are now live. One of the polls is you can get to through Patreon, YouTube, or Twitter, or Discord. That is the Okami Gakure Plays poll. It stays open until the 15th. That will determine what multiplayer game is getting added to the list this month. And then the other one is the thank you stream. That poll lasts for 2 weeks. And that poll determines what we're going to do at the end of the month together. This month's options are unbox something, Okami Gakure Plays Gore Melee, chill and edit MTG decks, or play Marvel Rivals with the community. That specific poll you can only find on the Discord or YouTube. If you so wish, you can actually vote twice, once on Discord and once on YouTube, because at the end of the 2 weeks, those 2 polls, the 2 votes get tallied up together. I will say, I'm not 100% sure what day I'm going to be able to do the thank you stream this month. It may be earlier than normal. Because I have family coming in at the end of the month, and they're gonna ruin everything. Everything is what they're gonna ruin. They're very good at it. They're just so good at it. But it'll be nice to see my niece and nephew. Also, we have been having lots and lots of chats here and there about running games for the community. I would absolutely love to do that. I, though, as you know, am more of a physical DM than a digital DM. Not that I can't run a digital game. It's just I would prefer to run it in person because I got so many. So at the end of last session, after we were done playing D&D, Jack TT was like, yo, you want to play a game of Warhammer? And I was like, okay. Because generally speaking, we play something after D&D. And so he pulled out his big play mat to play Warhammer. And then he was like, hey, do you have scattered terrain? And I was like, yeah, man. And I went and grabbed I have 2 boxes. Okay, technically I have 3. I have 3, but one just has scattered trees in it. The other 2 have just like random pieces of scattered terrain. And I just handed him one of the boxes because I didn't feel like getting any of the board game. I didn't feel like pulling any of my board games apart to get the terrain out of them. I handed him the scattered terrain box. And apparently I've never opened this box in front of him before because it had like a whole bunch of 3D printed statues, and there's like rock walls and embankments and stuff. And he was like, bro, you have so much stuff. And I was like, yeah. And like, I did not remember owning anything in that box. I was like, oh my god, I bought so much 3D printed stuff back in the day before I had my own 3D printer, and even sometimes after. Like if it was a big print, I went and bought it outright. Like I have these 3 big dwarf statues that I was going to use for stuff, and I never actually got a chance to use them. And I totally forgot I even had them. And then there was a whole bunch of like houses and chapels that I 3D printed when I first got my 3D printer just to test that it worked. I have 2 3D printers. I have baby's first printer, and then I have like a legit 3D printer, and I have not turned it on in like a year. And it makes me so sad to see it in the corner of the room every day. Not this room, but another room in the house. It's just sitting there because there's nowhere for me to put it and run it. And also I have to like sit there and watch it. Actually, I don't. The real printer, I don't have to sit and watch. The chances of it failing are very, very, very small. Whereas baby's first printer, you literally have to like sit on top of it and make sure it doesn't fail because it fails all the time. Baby's first printer is like a random generic Chinese printer. I can't tell you the name because it doesn't exist. But my big printer is an Ender. I can't tell you the model though because I don't remember. It's an Ender 2 or an Ender 3. Yeah, it's either an Ender 2 or an Ender 3. Okay, back in the day, before Prusa and Bamboo Lab took over, Enders were like the big boys. I was very happy to have an Ender. I was like, wow, what a step up. Yeah, their logo is like a dragon head. It's pretty sick. You voted for items this time, eh? I have so much filament too. And like, I have this enormous folder of things where all my STLs are broken into what color filament I'm going to use for them. Like, I have so much of it. And if I had the wherewithal and stuff wasn't everywhere, I would just be printing nonstop. If everything worked out the way it was supposed to work out, and I got the walk-in closet in this house, I would have been printing 3D printing 24/7 every single day I was home. I was gonna say 365, but then I was like, no, I still want to be here. I'm never gonna go as hard as DM Bacon. DM Bacon had this setup for his 3D printer where he had a webcam in front of it that took a picture every single layer of his print, and it would tell him like, oh, just from the picture alone, it would be like, oh, your print's off by blah, 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 blah. And then it would send a signal to the printer that would fix it. And like, I don't need to go that hard, bro. And it would send him a time-lapse video at the end of every print of how the print went. Like, I'm like, okay, we don't need to go. He's like, we could just set up a nice Raspberry Pi for you. We'll get you a good, like, 1080p camera. I was like, bro, I don't need to go that hard. Okay, we can chill on that. Elegoo is really good. I will say though, like, if you're not going to, how do I put this? Filament printers are the way to go unless you can guarantee ventilation, because resin printers will 1 billion% give you cancer. So just be aware of that. Be aware of the risks. Make sure that you have proper ventilation. And if you don't have proper ventilation to start, immediately before you even start printing anything, look into how to make that happen. Like DM Bacon in his old house had this setup where like he had like 10 of those big tubs, and then he had like PVC pipe between each of them, and he had like melted out circles in them to make sure that the tubes went through, and that led around his room and out the window. I'm not saying you gotta go that hard. Ooh, spray booth's really cool too. I'm not saying you have to go that hard, but like, wait, do you paint? What is wrong with me? Do you paint minis? If so, share them in Tabletop Schmabletop. Come on, we love seeing that shit. That's good shit. But yeah, we have your one community vote is in for items. I will put the poll in DM Roundtable's chat, and we will get that poll started. But yeah. Oh my god. Ow! Ooh, that's good stuff. Oh, I gotta hit up my friend Mina. Last time we talked, she was painting a Gundam pink. Oh, jeez. But, like I said before, if you guys liked what you saw, leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, sub. And I will see you guys and gals later in the next one. Oh, I'll see you players of all classes later in the next one. Like I said, next week we're doing Enclave instead of our regularly scheduled DM Roundtable. But also, if you guys want to support, please remember to...
Come on, push the button!
Yeah, come on, push your button!
do all that good stuff. Look at our wares. Our literal wares, because there is a sale on Redbubble right now. 40% off a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm also probably going to go grab some stuff on Redbubble semi-momentarily. I have a lot of people's birthday presents to get. Oh, I should get a voice line of that too. Okay. But anyway, if you want to come hang out with me on stream tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, U.S. Eastern, not Australian Eastern, which I only recently learned existed because I'm an American and I don't care about geography. It's not that I don't care, actually. It's more that we just don't care as a collective. So U.S. Eastern, I'll be streaming more. I just pointed to the PS5 as if you guys could see what I'm... It's been a long weekend. I'll play Horizon Forbidden West tomorrow. I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone. Roll dice. Be nice, please. Okay, bye. Bye, Twitch. This one I can hit in and it'll work. Hold on. Nightbot's pretty quick on Twitch. Bye, everybody. Bye. I'll see you, AWAS and Fist. I'll see you in like 35 seconds. True. We're also just not taught. They don't care. Roll dice, be nice. Roll dice, be nice. Be nice at least 8 times before I talk to you next. I wonder if there's a way I can put in multiple d20s. I have to figure out what the actual calculation was, because people were like, oh, you'll never figure it out. Just copy this. And I was like, that doesn't help me. But yeah. Bye, Twitch. Yeah, there totally is. I just have to figure out what the calculation is. I'm going to look into that. Calculation for... Because then we could do advantage and disadvantage. And we could also do 2d6 for DM Shin's game, because he does a lot of 2d6. Yeah. Multiple dice commands. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, QA. Thank you, Fist. I love y'all. Bye, Twitch. And now, goodbye, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out and chatting and talking D&D with us. It's fantastic. We love everybody. Every single... Every single person who comes and hangs out. We love you. Roll dice. Be nice. Hit the buttons. Go grab stuff in the merch shop. Go grab stuff elsewhere. Just have a good time. Enjoy your games. Go on some cool adventures. And yeah. Bye, everybody! I know I will no longer be live. I hate this